Welcome, everybody. Good afternoon. We are live here on the Crawdads streaming network for Game 3 between the Walnut Creek Crawdads and the Alameda Merchants. My name is Charlie Limoncelli, joined by Casey Kasliner. Casey, we had a wild game yesterday. The Crawdads got their first win of the season, 11-7 in Alameda, to finally snap the Merchants' undefeated run to start this season. What stood out the most to you in yesterday's game?
Crawdads didn't quit. I mean, they saw a deficit late, and they kept building on the momentum they kind of had earlier in the game. They stranded some runners on base, and Braden Barnes coming in out of the bullpen and shutting down the Merchants. Had 5 strikeouts. Huge to shut down a team that was undefeated. Like you said, they were 3-0 going into that matchup.
Absolutely, it was a magnificent effort. The bats really came alive in the last 2 innings. Casey, as they scored, I believe, a combined 5 runs. No, it was more than that because they got up to 11, I do believe. Anyways, they scored a whole lot of runs, courtesy of some really crucial hits by Trey Johnson. Knocked in 3 of those RBIs to help get the Crawdads in the game. Other than Trey Johnson, who would you say was the most standout player?
Yeah, well, I mentioned Braden Barnes, obviously, on the pitching side, a side that the Crawdads needed to work out of after giving up, a handful of runs. I really like the play of Riley Leininger in the series so far. I know he went 1 for 5 yesterday, but 3 for 4 in the first game. Cam Taylor as well, getting on base 4 times by way of 3 walks and a single. I know his stat sheet only says he's 1 for 2, but it was his ability to get on base and take pitches well and create those base runners for the Dads.
Absolutely. And speaking of those guys, many of them back in the lineup today, Casey, why don't we run down it real quick? Leading off and playing center field, Trey Johnson today for the Crawdads. Dylan Hillman playing shortstop and hitting second. Casey Levitt McGee playing left, hitting third. Riley Leininger moving down to the 4-hole, playing third base again today. Brandon Clisby, the catcher, also played yesterday. He's hitting fifth. Cam Taylor, the designated hitter, again today, batting sixth. Joey Donnelly playing first base today. He appeared in the first game between the Merchants and the Crawdads. He's back in the lineup, and he's hitting seventh. Cam Jenkins, the man who hit a home run yesterday, hitting eighth and playing right field. Chris Esquivel playing second and hitting ninth. Then over to the Merchants lineup, KC. It's relatively unchanged for the top two, Dominic Nahar, Ben Ryland. They have been so dynamic in the first 2 spots for the Merchants. Then we move to Jack Bollinger, playing right field. Hayden John Goldberg, the designated hitter, in the 4-hole. Emmett Finney playing first base, hitting fifth. Jace Jeremiah, shortstop, and hitting sixth. Marcus Aranda, a person we have not seen in this series. He's playing catcher and hitting seventh. Caleb Latimer playing second. We saw him yesterday. He's hitting eighth. And then Chase Dittmar playing third. Also did not play yesterday, but saw action in the first game, Casey. Of that Merchant lineup, who do you think the Crawdads have to look out for the most?
Got to give the Merchants credit. I know they lost yesterday, but they still put up 7 runs on the board, kind of overwhelmed Walnut Creek earlier in the game. I mean, I really look at a guy like Jack Bollinger, who did not start yet, but he's a very solid player, has a lot of experience at the collegiate level, and has a couple of hits so far for the Merchants coming into this series where, again, I mentioned he hasn't started yet. So look for him to maybe create some damage.
Absolutely. It's been pretty fantastic over at Westmont College, and like you said, was effective in the first couple of games for the Merchants. So, Casey, just a couple minutes away here from the first pitch. The Crawdads wearing their gray jerseys today, white pants. The Merchants, their navy blue tank tops, gold letters, and gray pants. Crawdads with the red lettering on the front, black on the back, highlighted in white. Currently 4:01 as we wait for both teams to take the field.
Yeah, beautiful day here for a home opener. A lot of Crawdad fans trickling in now.
Absolutely, they are at their official home field, Monte Vista High School here in Danville. Umpire signaling for teams to begin taking the field. We've got this beautiful day working here in Danville, Contra Costa County.
Crawdads have technically a home game played, but not at their official home. We called the game over at Chabot College a couple days ago.
Correct. That Friday game. Crawdads got smacked around, all things considered. 9-3 loss to the Merchants, who have been high-octane offense this whole series. Likely going to continue today. But let's look at the pitching situation for the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Casey, it is the first official start today for Dylan McShane, the big right-hander from the University of Pacific. Standing at 6'9", 235. He appeared in the first exhibition game in which the Crawdads played Berkovich Honors. What stood out to you the most about his appearance that time?
Command was an issue, right? He hit 2 batters, had 3 walks, went 1 2/3 innings pitched, but he's the tallest player on the Crawdads, has a lot he can reach back for and throw in there, a lot of heat. I mean, he got recruited by Oregon. That's not an easy school to get recruited by. It's a very good baseball program, and of course now he's at University of the Pacific, still another good baseball program. So head coach Brent Cummings sees something in him, and he'll try to make his mark here in a big spot.
Absolutely. McShane originally played for Oregon his freshman and sophomore year. He redshirted that sophomore year before transferring to the University of Pacific. So technically, he is a redshirt junior, or no, redshirt senior at the moment. He did not compete this spring against at University of Pacific. But Casey, that pitch mix from Dylan McShane, like you mentioned, is lights out. He's got a high 80s, low 90s fastball paired with a slider and the off-speed pitch, the changeup that he works off of really well. Everything moves. That's what Coach Brent Cummings told us last Monday when we talked to him about all of his guys. So we'll have to see what he has in store today, but definitely big potential if he can put it together.
A lot of experience, his 3rd year in the CCL, 2nd year with the Crawdads, and I mean, they're going with a guy they know to have here on opening day, a guy they've obviously seen before. And so it'll be interesting to see how long he can go for. Crawdads have been kind of working with an opener, haven't had a pitcher go for that many innings. Obviously saw Braden Barnes go for 2 2/3 yesterday out of the bullpen.
So there's the last warm-up pitch. First pitch coming up next. Dominic Nahar, the right-handed center fielder, walking up to the batter's box.
Leading off for the Merchants, center fielder number 23, Dominic Nahar.
Nahar went 2 for 5 yesterday, a pair of singles, Casey. He had 3 singles in the game before, so he's just been a hit machine for the Merchants. Righty-righty matchup against the big McShane. First offering, fouled back this way. Way out of play, above the seats. 0-1 count quickly. Casey, for McShane, what do you think he has to do against this dangerous top of the order?
Gotta just pitch to him. Don't give those free passes like he did his last appearance.
Second offering is outside, way outside. 1-1 count. Nahar, the man from Cal State East Bay, wrapped up his freshman season just a month ago as he takes the 1-1 outside. Played in 45 games, hit 329 on the season. 9 extra base hits, 15 runs batted in. Trying to get aboard with that speed. The 2-1 from McShane. Fastball high. 3-1.
McShane just needs to find that command like we talked about. Can't be afraid to attack hitters.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to find the zone just yet. Shane toes the rubber. Kicks and delivers the 3-1. Nahar fouls this one way over to the first base side. Ranging play from Donnelly. Does he make the catch? He does indeed. Dominic Nahar retired on the flyout.
It's a really nice catch. Donnelly to range in the sun and go up for that one. Kind of deep in foul ground. A lot of foul territory here at Mount Vista.
There is. Folks, you can probably see it from this camera angle how much foul grass there is as the lefty Ben Ryland steps in, playing left field today. He was fantastic yesterday, Casey. 1 for 2 with a single, 3 walks. Just an on-base machine.
Absolutely.
McShane's first offering to Ryland. Back up the middle. McShane fields it quickly. Runs over, flips to Donnelly in time. 2 quick outs for Dylan McShane. That's a pretty nice start to this outing.
Yeah, as a pitcher, you're kind of scared of those comebackers usually, but that one hit so slowly back to McShane. Tall guy able to reach forward and get a quick out, number 2.
Jack Bollinger, the Westmont College man, a rising graduate that we have not seen much in this series, Casey, despite some fantastic numbers from Bollinger. With Westmont in 2025, he played in 55 games, started all of them, and hit .302 on the season. McShane's first offering to the lefty. Fouled backwards, 0-1. late on the fastball there. Bollinger, native of Santa Cruz, California, not too far from here. Originally was going to Sacramento State before he transferred to Westmont College. As he takes the 0-1 offering outside, 1-1. McShane gets the call from his catcher, Clisby. Kicks and delivers the 1-1. Swing and a chopper foul behind the left-handed batter's box.
Shane doing a good job of recovering after, maybe a little of a shaky first at bat. Granted, he got the out.
He did. That was a good induced fly ball there. The 1-2 from McShane. Chopped foul towards the Crawdads dugout. Similar pitch, similar result there. And Casey, you have to wonder in any other ballpark with not nearly as much foul ground if that would have been an out, if Donnelly could have even gotten to that fly ball.
Absolutely.
Here's the 1-2 again for McShane. Fouled straight back this time. They'll do it again. Bollinger in 2024 with Westmont hit .311, started 45 games for the Warriors, so throughout his entire collegiate career, he's been rather effective from that left-handed batter's box. McShane trying to get it put away here on the 1-2. Swing and a miss on some high cheese. He gets it. A 1-2-3 inning for Dylan McShane. Kicks off a nice start for the Crawdads. They'll bat up next here in the bottom of the first. Don't go away. We'll have it on the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network. Welcome back to the Crawdads streaming network. 0-0 ball game here in the bottom of the first. Crawdads retired the Merchants 1-2-3 in order, thanks to Dylan McShane. And now the Merchants will take their first time on defense. The Crawdads will bat for the first time. We've got Logan Stelling for the Merchants on the mound, the right-hander from the University of Memphis. Before he transferred there, he was a guy at West Valley College. As a pitcher, he appeared in 6 games, 5 of which were starts, at a 5.21 ERA, 20 strikeouts to 12 walks. And he's going to face the first man up for the Crawdads, Trey Johnson, the left-handed hitting center fielder. Johnson knocked in 3 runs yesterday, Casey, on 2 hits. Both of them were singles.
Had a late single in the 9th inning as well to create that rally.
First offering from Stelling. Clips the inner third for a strike. 0-1 count. Johnson's been really good at getting the base hits, but also flashed the power in the first exhibition game for the Crawdads, where he hit a home run. Takes a second offering for a strike. 0-2 quickly. Stelling, the rising senior from Gilroy, California. Trying to keep some scoreless innings for the Merchants. Make the Crawdads work for it. The 0-2. Johnson skies this one into shallow left field. Ryland coming down to get it. And he makes a squeeze. One down. Brings up Dylan Hillman, right-handed hitting shortstop for the Crawdads. Hillman also had a nice day yesterday, Casey. 2 for 6, 2 singles, breaking a slump to start the year.
Seems to really be finding his groove, getting that bat to ball, and just trying to back up the stats he had at San Mateo.
Yeah, he was absolutely electric at the College of San Mateo. He hit .426 in 44 games this spring. As he takes the first offering from Stelling outside, 1-0. Hillman steps back into the box. Stelling gets the call from Miranda behind the dish. The 1-0 check swing, did he go? He did. So it'll be 1-1 on Hillman. Hillman, a graduate right here of Monte Vista High School. He's named first team All-League in his senior season. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Hillman takes a massive cut. Coach Cumming notes Hillman has a great contact bat with plus power and some fantastic defense in the middle infield. Stelling's 1-2, looking for the put away. Just gets the end of it off the tip of the bat, 1-2.
Reach for it a little bit there, good to stay alive.
In this situation, Casey, what do you think Hillman's approach is?
Got to protect with 2 strikes and find your pitch. Saw him reach a little bit there.
Stelling kicks and delivers the 1-2. Inside fastball called, strike 3. Hillman goes down looking to start the day. The 2 down, here's Casey Levitt-McGee, the left fielder for the Crawdads. Hitting from the left side. Levitt-McGee was really good in the exhibition games. Casey had a decent day on Friday, but yesterday was 0 for 5 with a walk. He did drive in a run on a sacrifice ground ball. Stelling's first pitch in there for a strike. Fastball clips the outer third. Stelling looking mighty effective so far as he delivers the 0-1. Fouled back, 0-2. Casey, what about Stelling is really impressing you so far?
His command has been there.
The 0-2 fouled off towards the Merchants dugout. They'll do it again.
I mean, he's just finding the zone and not really playing around with the top of this order, kind of just sticking to his good stuff.
Absolutely. The Merchants saw what happens when you let the Crawdads hit. They score 11 runs. Stelling clearly trying to limit that to nothing if he can. The 0-2, high fly ball in foul territory, out of play down the left field side.
Levitt-McGee's gone the other way on all these foul balls. A good sign for a guy who we know has power.
Absolutely clearly getting ahead on the pitch. See if Stelling has something different here. Maybe an off speed or something to fool Levitt-McGee, the Laney College man. The 0-2. Inside fastball. Did it hit Levitt-McGee? He thinks so. Home plate umpire does not agree, so it's a ball. Levitt-McGee has walked over 30 times in each of his last 2 seasons at Laney College, 30 in his sophomore campaign, 30 in his freshman campaign, 33 this spring. Looks like the umpires are going to confer as to whether or not the ball hit Levitt-McGee here, Casey.
I didn't think it did off the bat, but
it was close.
It was close, yeah. Levitt-McGee obviously thought it did. It was kind of in on the feet a little bit, a low slider it looked like.
Yeah, it looked to me like it might have brushed the pants potentially, but even that's going to be a tough call to make without any instant replay.
Might have to come out here to the booth.
Perhaps so. Even still, they're going to rule it does not hit Levitt-McGee, so it will in fact be a 1-2 count. Levitt-McGee steps in. Readies for the 1-2. Stelling turns and delivers. Just misses the zone on the heater. 2-2 count. Stelling sets, and the 2-2. Ball almost in the dirt. Aranda has to really lower his glove to grab it, so it's a full count now for Casey Levitt McGee. Had a walk yesterday. The payoff from Stelling. Levitt McGee holds up and draws the walk on a low pitch in the zone. Out of the zone, I should say. Either way, it brings up Riley Leininger, the third baseman for the Crawdads. Another lefty.
That's a fantastic at-bat for Casey Levitt McGee. Fight back in the count and get a board.
Absolutely. Didn't quit while he was down 0-2, battles back, and really shows some nice discipline and a great eye. Stelling's first offering to Leininger. Chopped foul down the third base line. Leininger currently in the portal. He spent his freshman season with the Oklahoma Sooners this spring, but he did not play. Big left-handed bat. Good defense at first and third. The 0-1. Chopper way high. Latimer is going to field it over at second and run to the bag to get Levitt McGee over at second. And that'll end the inning for the Crawdads. No hits. They strand one runner on the walk. And we will head to the top of the second right after this. Welcome back to the top of the second inning here between the Merchants and the Crawdads. Designated hitter Hayden Jung Goldberg leading off for Alameda. Dylan McShane, the pitcher for the Crawdads, in his second inning of work. McShane turns, high kick, deals. Fastball outside of the zone. First ball of the at-bat. Jung Goldberg, the man from Santa Clara University, hometown nearby Palo Alto. Takes a strike from McShane on the inner third. Nice off-speed pitch there. Jung Goldberg ready to go. McShane's 1-1 offering hits Jung Goldberg in the thigh, the front thigh. So that's another hit by pitch. Casey, we've seen far too many of those this series.
So many, especially earlier in the series, and maybe it got a little better yesterday. But a leadoff base runner there for Alameda.
Here's Emmett Finney playing first base today for the Merchants from nearby Alameda. McShane's first offering to the righty, way outside, 1-0.
We talked earlier, I mean, there's so much space behind home plate. Ball that gets by could be free bases.
Yeah, absolutely. McShane's 1-0. Outside again, Clisby pops up and fakes the throw to first on the back pick. So it's a 2-0 count for Finney. McShane delivers and hits a second straight batter. And 2 pitches now have gotten way away from Dylan McShane. Some of the command issues we saw in the first exhibition game, Casey, popping up.
It's weird because he hit a lefty and a righty. So 1 pitch, or I should say each of those 2 pitches that hit the 2 batters on opposite sides.
And the shortstop, Jace Jeremiah, up to bat. Wrapped up his senior year at St. John's just a month ago. He's got 2 aboard here in the top of the second. Big scoring opportunity for the Merchants as McShane, nice slider, clips the zone. Goes for a strike. McShane sets. Looks back to second. And the 0-1 from the stretch. Fastball finds the zone. Gets ahead 0-2 quickly here. Nice recovery pitches. McShane looks back, and the 0-2. Both runners go. Check swing. Clisby's going to throw to second. Not in time. Ball gets past. Good pickup there from Hillman to save a run. But both runners advance. Jeremiah, favorable 1-2 count with 2 aboard here. No one is out in the top of the second. McShane in a big early jam. The 1-2. Swing and a flare into shallow left field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Levitt McGee didn't have it, neither did Hillman. 1 runner scores. That's Jung Goldberg from third. So now runners at first and second.
And Dylan Hillman tried to kind of fake a catch attempt on that. Maybe trying to hold up the runners, but they didn't bite.
Yeah, Jung Goldberg was heads up about it. Made his way around. In any case, the catcher Marcus Aranda up to bat today. Seeing his second game of CCL play. Takes the first pitch from McShane. Goes for a strike. Aranda from Hollister, California, just finished his senior year at Louisiana Monroe. We're in 25 games. He hit .224. McShane looks back at second. The 0-1 runner goes. Clisby throw to third. That's in time. So they'll catch Finney stealing. Jeremiah is able to get to second on the throw to third. But now there's an out.
I think Clisby kind of realized his mistake from last time there was a double steal, throwing to second, and he throws to third and beat him by a mile.
Absolutely, he was really out there on the pop-up time. So now it's 1-1 to Aranda, just 1 runner on. That's Jeremiah at second. McShane's 1-1 offering, finds the zone. Slider clips the outside part of it. 1-2 count. Shane gets the call from Clisby behind the dish. Esquivel covering second. McShane's going to step off, take some time. Aranda, a pretty dangerous hitter, Casey, in his junior year at University of Louisiana Monroe. Hit .234 as well, .224 as a senior. Then at the College of San Mateo in 2023, hit .250, or .350, I should say, as he takes another offering outside. 2-2. McShane sets on the bump. Big righty looks back and delivers the 2-2. Check swing. Does Aranda go around? The appeal to second, no. So McShane has worked the count full on Aranda. 1 down, runner in scoring position. The Merchants already up 1-0 in the early goings of this rubber match. The payoff from McShane. Foul back. Aranda stays alive, gets a piece of it. So they'll do it again. Big right-hander McShane against the right-hander Aranda. The 3-2. Swinging a high fly ball into right field. Jenkins under it, calls for it, grabs the play for the out. Esquivel from second was ranging over, nearly made an attempt on it as well. But the Crawdads able to hold Jeremiah at second on the play as well.
Good play there from Jenkins because he stepped way back. That ball kind of died a bit, so he had a long run in and came in and made the nice catch.
Here's Caleb Latimer playing second base today for the Alameda Merchants. It's 1 for 3 yesterday with a double. It's been pretty good this series. His defense at short was impressive. Takes the first offering inside, ball 1. McShane sets on the rubber. Looks back to second. The 1-0. Fastball misses high and away. 2-0 count. Casey McShane has been up and down in this inning. What has worked well for him, in your opinion?
I mean, when he's pounded the zone, it's brought him good things. We saw in that first inning.
2-0 finds the zone. Nice fastball, 2-1.
I mean, he's pitched for weak contact so far. Hasn't been that many hard hit balls, just that one single from Jeremiah.
Yeah, you're right. Everything has either been a high pop-up or a ground ball. The 2-1. Slider breaks way outside of the zone, 3-1. McShane readies. The 3-1. Latimer takes it, ball 4. So 2 down and 2 runners aboard, first and second.
The third baseman, number 7, Chase Ditmar.
Chase Ditmar, the third baseman, up to bat now. Did not play yesterday, Ditmar, but in Friday's game was pretty effective. Got on a hit by pitch. So the righty from UNLV will step in. He's had plenty of experience at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Casey hit almost 300 as a redshirt freshman in 2024.
I grew up in Las Vegas, too. Very familiar with the desert.
Indeed he is. McShane's first offering to the righty. Outside, ball 1.
Not so subtle frame job there from Clisby, trying to bring that one in.
He's been trying to frame pretty much everything here. He's gotten some, hasn't gotten others. That one unsuccessful there. 1-0 from McShane, way outside again in the left-handed batter's box. He hasn't really attacked the inside of the zone against righties, I've noticed, Casey.
Only on that hit by pitch from Finney, that was kind of it.
You have to wonder if those hit by pitches have been, kind of the source of that fear. Goes outside again, and it's in the left-handed batter's box once more. 3-0 count for Ditmar. Do you think he has the green light here with 2 aboard?
I don't think so. 9-hole hitter, chance to load the bases for the top of the order.
Oh, do it.
I don't think so.
Especially with Nahar on deck, who's been a base hit machine. Base hit scores 2 in that situation. The 3-0. McShane with a get-me-over fastball, 3-1. McShane sets. Trying to recover with the 3-1. Swing and a miss on the fastball. Does a nice job locating there. McShane, the Stockton native, trying to get it done here on the payoff. Foul tip, fouled backwards, so they'll do it again. Dittmar was way out ahead of that one. Dittmar sets in the box. McShane readies on the mound. Steps off, tries to pick off Jeremiah over at second, but neither Esquivel nor Hillman are covering. They're ready to just get this out. McShane readies again. Big righty high kick deals, and he hits Dittmar in the square of the back. 3 hit by pitches all this inning for Dylan McShane.
Just losing the control. Squared him right in the back with a fastball.
And he looked like he figured it out with Aranda, and then back-to-back base on balls technically. Latimer and then Dittmar gets hit. So it'll bring up the top of the order. Dominic Nahar up to bat once more. He's got 5 singles in this series. Flew out to Donnelly in his last at-bat as he takes one outside, 1-0. Casey, I'd have to argue Nahar's been the best player for the Merchants this series. He's just been so electric.
He has, and that's why he's hitting leadoff.
The 1-0 gets by Clisby. That allows Jeremiah to score from third. So Dylan McShane, 2 runs allowed here in this top of the second. Things getting away from him and the Crawdads quickly here in this game. Merchants up 2-0 now. We're going to get a quick mound visit here. Crawdads staff and infield going to come and talk to McShane, try to figure something out here.
We talked about the big foul territory allowed all the runners to advance on that play.
Indeed it did, so there'll be runners at third and second, 2 down. Nahar still at the plate. He'll have a 1-0 count. And Casey, if Nahar gets on, he's quite the demon on the base paths.
Yeah, has an opportunity with 2 runners in scoring position, an early lead for the Merchants. Saw what they were able to do with an early lead yesterday. Crawdads did come back.
But it wasn't easy.
No, it was not.
Merchants have been good at putting runs across early, threatening to add some more here. McShane readies. The 2-0. Swing and a ground ball right to Hillman at short. Fields throws, not in time. Dominic Nahar with some great speed, and 2 runners will score. Latimer and Dittmar showcasing their speed.
Don't see that every day.
Left fielder number 12, Ben Riley.
Indeed you do not. So now there have been 4 runs for the Merchants in this half inning. Still only 2 outs. Ben Riley, the righty, up to bat. Nahar on the base paths. He'll probably look to steal here. And the nightmare inning for McShane continues. Way inside on Ryland, nearly hits him on the first offering, 1-0.
Do you think McShane goes past this inning if he can get out of it here?
I think there's a chance because the Crawdads want to save the bullpen a little bit. As Ryland, line drive, foul ball down the right field side, well out of play. But I don't know, I think you got to limit the damage, and right now McShane has been far too wild, so to speak. Second offering from McShane is in there for a strike. Nahar steals Clisby late on the throw. 1-1. 2-1, excuse me now. McShane sets. The 2-1. Goes for a strike. Good recovery fastball from McShane. Trying to put Ryland away and end this nightmare inning. Well, the Oklahoma State man trying to continue this inning and scoring a har from second. The 2-2 is way outside, full count.
Got to get this one in here.
Absolutely. Crucial pitch here for McShane. Can't let the heart of the order come back to bat. The payoff from McShane. Fastball down the middle. Ryland just fouls it off. It was a good pitch. Ryland does a nice job battling. McShane sets for the payoff once more. Ryland ready. McShane deals strike three on the inside part of the zone. Ryland sits and looks, and finally the Crawdads will escape this second inning, but not before 4 runs come across home plate. Crawdads with an opportunity to strike back in the bottom of the second. We'll have that action right here. Welcome back to the bottom of the second inning here on the Crawdads Streaming Network. Crawdads catcher Brandon Clisby up to bat here in the 5-hole. He's 2 for 5 yesterday, run batted in. Crawdads trying to get something going after surrendering 4 runs last inning. Merchants were working it on offense. Logan Stelling delivers. Clisby chops it over to short. Throw from Jeremiah in time. Quick first out. Here's Cam Taylor, designated hitter today, hitting 6th. And Taylor was fantastic yesterday, Casey. Got on base 4 times, 3 of them walks, 1 single. They could really use that again here.
Yeah, big deficit. They could definitely use it.
Stelling's first offering to Taylor. It's low for a ball. Taylor, the man from Lithonia, Georgia, spent this spring at Eastern Kentucky. Taylor drives one into shallow left field. Ryland makes a nice play to squeeze it. Quickly 2 down here in the bottom of the second. The Crawdads have been quiet with the bat so far today.
Stelling's getting those quick outs to his credit.
Absolutely, he has. Here's Joey Donnelly playing first base today, the man from Berkeley. Graduated locally here from De La Salle High School. athletic powerhouse in the Bay. Donnelly swings and misses at the first offering from Stelling. Big cut on that fastball. Stelling's 0-1. Inside clips Donnelly in the leg. So he'll take first base. It's now 4 total hit by pitches today. 3 for Walnut Creek hitting the Merchants, 1 for the Merchants hitting the Crawdads. Now with 1 down and a runner aboard, or 2 down, excuse me, and a runner aboard, it's Sam Jenkins, the right fielder. He had a big towering home run yesterday, Casey, to get the scoring started for Walnut Creek. Stelling's first offering way outside on Jenkins. 1-0 count.
Yeah, maybe a little surprising to see him in the 8th spot, but maybe set the table a little bit for the top of the order.
Absolutely. They've had some good production from the bottom of the order, all things considered. Donnelly takes off as Jenkins nearly gets a line drive. Finney puts his glove up to try and catch it. It bounces out. So I think it should be ruled a single for Sam Jenkins. Donnelly moves to the corner at third base. 2 on, 2 down here in the bottom of the second for Chris Esquivel. He had a productive day at the plate yesterday too. 2 for 4, a double and a single. The former St. Mary's College man now in the transfer portal looking for a new home. Stelling's first offering to Esquivel is low, nearly in the dirt, 1-0. Esquivel had a standout season in 2024 with the St. Mary's Gales. He hit 270, 4 runs batted in. This spring, he only had 14 appearances. Jenkins takes off from first as Stelling deals outside, 2-0 count. Stelling gets ready for the 2-0. Esquivel from the right side trying to get a run aboard. Deals in, high fastball nearly hits Esquivel in the head. He has to move slightly out of the way. Stelling's 3-0. Ball 4, another elevated fastball misses. So Esquivel loads the bases for the top of the Crawdads order. Trey Johnson up to bat. Guy who's been hot.
Crawdads kind of emulating what the Merchants were able to do last inning, 2 outs.
Number 16, Trey Johnson.
Johnson, the native of Walnut Creek, California, hometown of the Crawdads. Fouls off the first offering from Stelling. It's above the Merchants dugout, but it's out of play. Johnson hit .331 in 41 games last year with Skyline College, locally in the Bay. Very productive season. The 0-1, down in the dirt. 1-1 count for the power hitting lefty. Had 13 extra base hits this spring, 30 walks, just 17 strikeouts. Stelling turns and delivers the 1-1. Way inside on Johnson. That's going to allow Donnelly to score from third. Jenkins holds up at third, and Esquivel takes second. Wild pitch results in the first run for the Crawdads today. And to boot, it's a 2-1 count with 2 runners in scoring position for Johnson. Stelling's 2-1 offering. Clips the outer third for a strike. Casey, in this spot for Johnson, how do you approach the next pitch?
Just trying to blue something in the outfield, make this game brand new.
The 2-2. Johnson rips one right to the first baseman, Finney. Doesn't field it cleanly, but able to pick it up and take it to the bag himself. Crawdads score 1, but they strand 2 here in the bottom of the second. 4-1 ball game. Merchants lead. We'll have the top of the third, where Alameda tries to extend their lead right after this. Welcome back to the Crawdads Streaming Network. 4-1 ball game here for the Alameda Merchants as they take their third hacks of the day here on the top of the third. Jack Bollinger, the right fielder, batting, and there's a new pitcher for the Crawdads. That's Noah Zirkle, the right-hander from West Valley College. Originally went to Fresno State out of high school, but he transferred to West Valley ahead of 2024. Currently a rising junior. Bollinger steps in. Zirkle ready to go, trying to limit the damage here. Keep it close. First offering belted over to Donnelly at first. Should have been a line drive, but a crazy athletic play from Donnelly. Leaping, snags the ball for the first out.
Saved a double there.
Absolutely. Donnelly using some of that basketball background there over at first. Hayden Jung Goldberg, the designated hitter, up now. Zirkle trying to get another quick outcome here. First offering on the lefty, swing and a miss. Nice fastball from Zirkle. Jung Goldberg hit by pitch to lead off the last inning, starting a big scoring opportunity. He's going to chop one over to Esquivel at second. Flips to Donnelly in time for the second out. So 3 pitches, 2 outs for Noah Zirkle.
Pretty quick. Pretty efficient.
Absolutely. It's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Crawdads. Down by 3 here. Emmett Finney, the first baseman for the Merchants, up now. Was also hit by a pitch in the second. Stole a bag as well. Helped get into scoring position. Now he's got 2 down. Trying to get a late rally here in the third. He pops one up into shallow right field. Donnelly, Esquivel, and Jenkins all going for it, and Jenkins comes out with it. A ranging play from right field. And the Merchants go down 1-2-3. So we'll head to the bottom of the third right after this. Welcome back to the Crawdads Streaming Network. We're into the bottom of the third inning. Alameda Merchants up 4-1 on the Dads. Now batting for who the order for a second time. It's Dylan Hillman. He'll lead off this inning, playing shortstop today. He struck out looking in the first inning. Still facing Logan Stelling, who's been mighty effective today, Casey.
He's done a really good job. Had that one little hiccup and with 2 outs last inning, but good otherwise.
Hillman slaps one up the middle for a base hit into right center. Quick single to lead things off and bring up Casey Levitt-McGee for the Crawdads. He walked in his first at-bat. That was in the first inning. Levitt-McGee, nice guy to have up with a man aboard here, Casey.
Yeah, especially in the situation the Crawdads are in, down 3, but showing some signs of life last inning.
Absolutely. He's hit well over 380 in each of his 2 seasons at Laney College, 22 extra bases last year. Takes the first offering from Stelling way outside. 1-0. And Hillman's got nice speed over at first. Could be a threat to steal a bag. Tapes 12-foot lead. Stelling's 1-0. Chopped foul down the first base line. It's out of play. Levitt McGee, native of San Francisco, California. Played with the Alameda Merchants last summer, Casey. Decides to go for the Crawdads this time, who were reigning California Collegiate League North champions. Hillman goes on the offering from Stelling. Ball gets past Jeremiah at third. He was backing up the throw. That allows Dylan Hillman to steal 2 bags.
Heads up play there from Hillman to know the situation and give the Crawdads an early base runner in scoring position.
Absolutely, with nobody out. It's precisely what the doctor ordered here on that 1-1 pitch. So it's a 2-1 count now for Casey Levitt McGee. He's headed to Cal State Bakersfield in the fall, courtesy of his monster seasons at Laney College. The 2-1, high fastball, out of the zone, 3-1. Got to be selective here for Levitt McGee, right, Casey?
Absolutely. Can't afford to get these easy outs for the Merchants.
The 3-1, Levitt McGee fouls it off. It's a fastball down the middle. You kind of have to swing at that one. But he was late on it, so could be important for this incoming payoff pitch from Stelling. He's worked a lot of weak contact so far. Not so much the swing and miss stuff, but he's been effective all the same. Here's the payoff. Inside and low, but home plate umpire says that's strike 3. Casey Levitt McGee completely stunned by that call.
I think I am too. A pitch
I kind of agree with you.
very in on the zone.
Third baseman, number 11.
So there'll be 1 out for Riley Leininger, the third baseman. Hillman still over at third. So Crawdads still with plenty of opportunity to cut the deficit here. Leininger's been pretty great so far. Bunch of singles to start his Crawdad career. First pitch from Stelling is outside and low. The 1-0 offering inside for a second ball on Leininger, who was a 2-time district MVP at Georgetown High School, named to the 2024 Perfect Game Texas All-Region First Team after that monster high school career. The 2-0 from Stelling. Leininger fouls it off of himself. Casey, we talked to head coach for the Crawdads, Brant Cummings, and he said one of his contacts saw Leininger play and swing the bat. That contact said he's one of the best left-handers in his class, just based off the swing alone.
High praise for him, and certainly we'll have a lot of eyes on him this offseason in the portal.
Absolutely. The 2-1. Leininger sits, waits, and takes the fastball outside. 3-1 count. Stelling has shown he's not afraid in these counts, Casey. He worked his way back to get the strikeout on Levitt McGee after this situation came up last at bat. So he turns and delivers this 3-1. Outside, ball 4. That one, a no-brainer. So Leininger has now reached base today. That'll bring up the catcher, Brandon Clisby. He grounded to short in the second inning to lead things off for the Crawdads. And he's got runners on the corners with just 1 down here. And we're going to get a mound visit. Casey, do you think Logan Stelling's day is done, or do you think this is just a conference?
I think it might be done. See TC Fairfield, the head coach, coming out, and it looks like new pitcher's already out there.
Indeed.
Taylor.
Yep, Chase Taylor, a man from West Hills Coalinga College. Just 20 years old. He's a rising junior. In his sophomore season there at Coalinga, 15 appearances, 4 starts. He was 0-3, though, with an 11.37 ERA. But the Merchants giving him some trust. They want him to get things started here.
Your attention, please. Now on the pitch for the Merchants, number 19, Chase Taylor.
So Stelling's current total right now, inning and 2/3, 2 hits allowed, 1 run, potentially more, pending Dylan Hillman if he scores, and Leininger as well. 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. Not a bad line overall. Has been decently effective. But the Merchants wanting to make a change. Chase Taylor from Chula Vista takes the bump.
Crawdads pressing a bit. I like the move. I think the Merchants bullpen obviously didn't do super well yesterday. Have some fresh arms ready, and Taylor's one of them.
Indeed, you've got so many pitchers now, you might as well use them in this scenario. Crawdads will face another righty in this lefty-heavy order. We'll see if that plays an impact here. But first, it's Brandon Clisby, who is a right-handed hitting catcher himself. Clisby steps in, grounded out to short last time up. Runners on the corners here in the bottom of the third with just 1 down. Taylor with a pickoff attempt over at first base, trying to hold Leininger, who's stolen a couple bags already in his young Crawdads career. Taylor from the stretch. First offering to Clisby, finds the outer third. 0-1. Hillman and Leininger staying relatively close at third and first respectively. Taylor, another pickoff towards first. Leininger has to slide in there. Head first, but he's safe. Taylor's offering hits Clisby in the top of the helmet. Wild pitch really gets away from him. So the 5th hit by pitch of this game, Casey, the 2nd against the Crawdads.
Yeah.
And now the bases become loaded for Cam Taylor.
And a gapper could tie the game.
Absolutely it could, Casey. And we know Cam Taylor's got that kind of capability. His redshirt freshman season in 2024 with Andrew College. 9 home runs, 12 doubles, 5 triples as he hit .344. Taylor's first offering to the lefty. It's low for a ball, 1-0. Just 1 down here, Casey. Big spot for the Crawdads. Could tie it up, maybe take the lead.
Can't hit into a double play. Looks like the infield playing double play depth.
Indeed they are. Taylor's 1-0, fastball high and away, 2-0 on the very patient Cam Taylor. 3 walks yesterday. Taylor sets and delivers the 2-0. Clips the outer third part of the zone for a strike. Nice fastball there. Taylor gets the call from Aranda behind the dish. And delivers in there for a strike. Count evens 2-2 now. Taylor staying very patient here, Casey. Looking for his pitch, clearly.
Taylor's done a good job of fighting back, sticking to his guns.
Chase Taylor against Cam Taylor, the 2-2. And the Crawdad DH hits one just foul down the first base line. Man, high chop on it. Just missed the fair line by an inch, maybe 2.
Yeah, really close on that first base side. Very close.
Absolutely. So they'll do the 2-2 dance once more. Taylor on the rubber. Kicks and deals. And Cam Taylor with a high fly ball into right center. Nahar makes the catch. Runner from third, that's Hillman. He's going to go and score. So Cam Taylor with a sacrifice RBI to get one across. Crawdads down 2-4 now. And here's Joey Donnelly, the Cal Berkeley man. 2 down, 2 runners still on. First and second. Clisby's at first, Leininger at second. Donnelly, the 3rd-year Crawdad, just 2 years ago, led the CCL in steals and hit 300 for head coach Brant Cummings. First pitch from Taylor. Donnelly swings and misses at the high-speed offering. 0-1. Donnelly had that nice line-out grab that saved a double just an inning ago. Swings and misses at the breaking ball on the 0-1. Quickly down 2 strikes. Crawdads in jeopardy of stranding 2 more. Taylor receives the call. Sets belly high, kicks and delivers. Donnelly lays off on the inside pitch this time, 1-2. Donnelly in the grad transfer portal after his senior season with the Cal Golden Bears. Trying to deal some damage for the Crawdads here. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Donnelly down on strikes. And the Crawdads strand 2. They did get 1 across. They've cut the deficit in half. It's a 4-2 game, but they've got work to do. The Merchants coming up, and they'll look to add to the lead right after this. Welcome back to the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network. It's the top of the 4th inning between the Alameda Merchants and your Crawdads. 4-2 game, Merchants leading, trying to extend said lead. Crawdads cut that deficit to just 2 runs after scoring 1 last inning. Noah Zirkle in his 2nd inning of work now for Walnut Creek. First offering, right back to him. Esquivel fields from second. Throw is not in time. He spiked it in the dirt. So Jeremiah is going to reach on probably a single. We'll wait on that official ruling. Now Marcus Aranda, the catcher, up to bat. Zirkle worked a 1-2-3 in the 3rd. Will not have that same fate here as the leadoff man is already aboard. Zirkle's first pitch to Aranda. Way high, Clisby with an athletic play to snag it. Prevents Jeremiah from stealing second on a passed ball, or a wild pitch, it would probably be ruled. Either way. 1-0 count for Aranda. Zirkle kicks and deals. Fastball slapped into shallow center field. Johnson fields and throws it to Hillman on the cutoff. Jeremiah advances. Aranda to first safely. There's 2 aboard off of 2 straight singles here in the top of the 4th inning.
Tough break there for Zirkle. He's worked some 2 strike counts, and Good job for the Merchants to, again, just get the barrel to the ball, rather.
Absolutely. They've been very fantastic this whole series at just putting bat to ball. As here's Caleb Latimer. He walked in the second, his first at-bat of the day. Was 1 for 3 yesterday with a double. He's got 2 on, no one out. Zirkle looks back to second. Kicks and delivers the first offering. And they're going to rule it's a foul ball off of Latimer's bat. That one was way high and would have been a wild pitch had it not hit the bat.
That's the second pitch from Zirkle that's been behind the batter.
Yeah, it looks like he doesn't quite have a good grip on the ball yet. It's maybe slipping out of his hand on the delivery. But there's no one count, so that works in his favor. He's got 2 strikes to go. The 0-1 from Zirkle. Swing and a miss on the low fastball. Latimer in an 0-2 hole. Zirkle looks back and delivers the 0-2. Off-speed pitch belted into center field. Johnson gets under it, squeezes it. Jeremiah is going to take off from second. He's into third safely. Throw was not in time. So the fly out to center moves the runner over. Runners at the corners for Chase Dittmar, the third baseman. 1 down. Dittmar, the rising junior at University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Zirkle, pickoff attempt over to Donnelly at first. Aranda slides home safely. Dittmar steps in. Zirkle ready to go. And the first offering. Fastball sits down the middle. It's a strike. 0-1 count. Zirkle trying to limit the damage here with 2 aboard. Another pickoff. Tries to get Aranda at first. Cannot, as it's not in time. And Aranda not leading heavily enough. So he's got about a 5 to 8 foot lead over at first. Jeremiah close over at third. Swing on the 0-1 high into the infield. Hillman at short is going to get under it. And he squeezes for the second out. So an infield fly, and there's 2 down as the lineup turns over for Alameda. Dominic Nahar had the RBI single in the second. Now he's working with runners on the corners. Dangerous man to have up here. First offering from Zirkle, fouled back towards us, and out of play. Zirkle gets set. Dittmar waiting in the box. The 0-1. Fastball just misses the bottom part of the zone, 1-1. Zirkle sets. Kicks, deals the 1-1. Swing and a line drive into shallow left field. Levitt McGee gets there and holds all the runners. No, excuse me. Jeremiah from third will score. So that's another RBI single for Dominic Nahar.
Left fielder number 12, Ben Ryland.
Ben Ryland up now from the left side of the box, still 2 down. Runners at second and first. That's Aranda at second. Nahar obviously at first. Merchants up 5-2 on the Crawdads here in this Sunday rubber match. First offering from Zirkle is high. 1-0. Zirkle's 1-0. Swinging a foul ball up above the Merchants dugout on the third base side. Way out of play. Ryland did not see any action this year as a freshman at Oklahoma State. Freshman from Villa Park, California. Zirkle's 1-1. Fouled off again. Same spot. Seems like Ryland, similar timing on both of those pitches. Not quite the right timing that he wants at least, but it's the same nonetheless. Either way, it'll be a 1-2 count here in the top of the fourth. 2 down. Merchants trying to add to the lead. Zirkle delivers. Foul ball once more. Similar spot, this time a little further out, but a foul ball above the Merchants dugout on the third base side. Ryland gets ready in the left-handed batter's box, raises the bat to his shoulder. Zirkle kicks and fires the 1-2, way outside, 2-2 now. Nahar at first, Miranda at second. The Merchants two-hitter trying to deal some damage. Zirkle kicks and delivers. Inside fastball belted into left field. Jenkins has to go and grab it. Fires to the cutoff man, that's Esquivel, but not before Aranda scores on a second straight RBI single. Crawdads continue to bleed here in the fourth. Jack Bollinger, the right fielder, up now. Runners back on the corners now. And Noah Zirkle struggling right now. Casey, the man from Oakland, not his best day.
No, had a really good solid inning in the third, has not been able to get it done here in the fourth.
Indeed not. Went 1-2-3. Now facing his seventh batter. Got a wild pitch. Fouled off. 0-1. Bollinger, the Westmont College man from Santa Cruz. It's been a great ad for the Merchants. Zirkle, pickoff attempt to first. Nahar slides in. Excuse me, Ryland slides in. Nahar's at third. Zirkle sets. Works from the stretch on the 0-1. Bollinger, ground ball right to Esquivel at second. Flips it to Donnelly at first in time for the final out of the frame. Not before the Merchants score 2 more and extend the lead back to 4. So the Crawdads with a chance to respond in the bottom of the fourth. We'll have that right here. Welcome back to the Crawdads Streaming Network. It's the bottom of the 4th inning. Walnut Creek down 6-4, 6-2, excuse me, here against the Alameda Merchants. They're up to bat, got a chance to cut that deficit. Sam Jenkins, the Baylor man, with the first cracks at it in this half inning. Jenkins 1 for 1 today, singled to lead off the second, or excuse me, to keep things going in the second, where the Crawdads scored their first run. Facing Chase Taylor in his second inning of work. First offering from the righty is low. Jenkins obviously flashed the power yesterday. Casey towering home run in the second inning. Takes the 1-0 outside, 2-0 now.
Yeah, we talked to him pregame. He was really excited about that. His first week in California ever, coming over from Texas.
Yeah, native of Dallas, enjoying the weather here. Swings and misses on the 2-0 inside breaking ball. 2-1. Taylor's 2-1. Misses low. 3-1 count for Jenkins. In high school, Jenkins hit .320 in his senior year, had a home run that year. 18 swipe bags. As he walks on 5 pitches on that low 3-1 offering from Taylor. So Jenkins 1 for 1 today, single and a walk. Continues to stay hot.
Absolutely. 2 times on base now and just trying to create that rally and come back.
Indeed. Now Chris Esquivel has a chance to move him around. He walked his first at-bat in the second. Was 2 for 4 yesterday. Double and a single. He's also been somewhat hot lately, at least in these past 2 games. Takes the first offering outside, 1-0. Native of San Diego, California. Taylor, pickoff attempt at first. Jenkins standing up safely. Taylor gets the call from Miranda. Kicks, deals. Fastball finds the inner third. 1-1 for Esquivel, the St. Mary's man. Coming off somewhat a disappointing spring. Hit 154 in 14 games, but was great as a sophomore. 270. 1-1 is way outside from Taylor. 2-1. Jenkins looming with some speed over at first. Takes a healthy lead. He's got the protective mitt on his left hand as well. Help him steal the bag. Taylor's 2-1. Breaking ball sits in the zone. Nice pitch there, 2-2. Casey Taylor has looked really effective, all things considered so far. Nice command. Pickoff for Jenkins over at second. He's in there safely.
They got out of a really tough jam last inning. Struck out Joey Donnelly to retire the side. Only giving up 1 run that inning.
Indeed, despite loading the bases at one point. Esquivel gets a single through into shallow center field. So he'll be 1 for 1 on the day. And 3 for 3 in his last 4 at-bats. Continues to be red hot. Trey Johnson up to bat as the lineup turns over. He's 0 for 2 today. Flew out to left field and grounded to first base. That was in the first and then the second. Has not had an at-bat in 2 innings now. He's got 2 aboard and nobody out here, Casey. Crawdads with another opportunity to at least cut the deficit.
Bottom of the order is really good for Walnut Creek so far, setting the table for the top.
Taylor's first offering to Johnson. Finds the zone. Off speed, clips the outer third against the left-handed hitting man from Skyline College. Johnson actually has been around the Crawdads since he was a little kid. As he flares one over to third base, Dittmar misplays it. Jenkins rounding third. He'll come in to score at home, and Johnson goes all the way to second on what's likely going to be an E5, right?
Well, yeah, probably. Took a weird hop. It's tough for Ditmar over that third, but agree, probably an E5. But again, good for him to put the ball in play.
Absolutely. Great piece of hitting, all things considered. Just put bat to the ball, little flare. Did what he need to. And now there's still nobody out for Dylan Hillman. 2 runners in scoring position. Hillman hit .426 this spring with the College of San Mateo. Earned himself a spot at UC Irvine in the fall as he fouls off Taylor's first offering into the right field side as well out of play. 0-1 for the Crawdads shortstop. Had 2 singles yesterday. Has a single and a stolen base today, as well as a strikeout looking. Taylor's 0-1. Breaking ball, slapped foul in the same location above the Crawdads dugout on the right field side. Hillman in an 0-2 hole. But Casey, he's been pretty good in these counts.
He has. I mean, he had that really nice single back in the third, danced around the base paths, and took advantage of a 2-strike count.
Hillman, the local man, graduated from here, Monte Vista. Takes outside on the 0-2. Trying to do the home crowd some good here. Plenty of his fans in attendance. Nice crowd of about 50, I'd say, Casey.
Yeah, good assessment.
Taylor deals inside, hits Hillman on the 1-2. That's the 3rd hit by pitch that the Crawdads have received. 3rd hit batter for the Merchants. It's now both teams even on hit by pitches, Casey. 6 today, 3-3.
It's a theme I think we're going to see all CCL season, as we've seen so far. A lot of wildness from the hurlers.
Potentially so. In either case, it's the man in the 3-hole, Casey Levitt McGee, playing left field today. Walked in the first, and a strikeout looking on a, I'm going to say it was a questionable call in the 3rd.
Don't think I disagree with you there.
Either way, he's got the bases loaded and absolutely no one out. The righty Taylor's first offering to the left-handed McGee is high. 1-0 count. Crawdads down just by 3 now. As McGee takes outside. 2-0. Gonna get a quick mound visit. Aranda chatting with Taylor here, making sure that everything's in order. Taylor looking down, adjusting his shirt a little bit. Levitt McGee steps in. Base hit, probably scores 2, might even score 3 with all the speed on the base paths for the Crawdads. Taylor sets, kicks, deals the 2-0. Check swing from Levitt McGee on an outside fastball, brings it to 3-0. Casey, we might see a walk with the bases loaded.
Absolutely could. Love McGee. Really good eye. Walked back in the first.
The 3-0 is way high, way outside. So Levitt McGee walks to drive in another run. Now the Crawdads only trailing by 2.
Back to a 2-run deficit. It was 4-2 for a moment before Alameda, of course, came back. Didn't come back, but extended their lead.
So now the big lefty, previously of Oklahoma, Riley Leininger, up to bat. We're going to get a mound visit here from TC Fairfield, the head coach for Alameda. I think that is it for Chase Taylor today. Indeed, it will be. Get a new pitcher, takes the ball and the bump. Looking in on who that might be for you folks. potentially Victor Valet from Menlo College. We will confirm in just a moment. Looks like Ethan Stout, the right-hander from Ottawa University. I do believe Stout pitched yesterday, KC.
He did. The Crawdads saw him
Went
yesterday's game.
a couple innings in relief of Muriel. Stout, the 5'11" right-hander from San Ramon, California. Just finished up at Gavilan College this spring and is headed to Ottawa in the fall. Ottawa of California, not in Canada, for those who might otherwise be confused. Dealing a couple warm-up pitches to his man behind the dish, Marcus Aranda. But either way, folks, it's a 6-4 ball game. The Crawdads with the bases loaded and no one out here in the bottom of the fourth. The big man, Riley Leininger, looming on deck, about to take the batter's box, and he will. After him, Clisby and Cam Taylor potentially seeing an at-bat.
No quit in the Crawdads right now.
Absolutely not. They've been ferocious these past 2 days, despite being down. First offering from Stout is low and away. 1-0 count on Leininger, who walked in the third and grounded out to second in his first at-bat. That was in the first. Stout's 1-0 pitch. Inside, called ball. Leininger works a 2-0 count. He's been very patient in his Crawdads debut this series, Casey. It's been fun to watch. Stout's 2-0. Clips the zone. Leininger lays off. It's a 2-1 count. The 2-1. Just misses the zone. And we're going to get a correction, though he wears number 18. This is Victor Valet from Menlo College, the 6'0" right-hander, 6-foot right-hander from Pittsburgh. It's a redshirt sophomore. Either way, his 3-0 to Leininger. Ball 4 high and away. So a second walk with the bases loaded drives in the 5th run for the Crawdads, and it's a 1-run game. Brandon Clisby up to bat. Bases still loaded, no one out in the bottom of the 4th.
Just not find any command right now. 2 walks in a row and then a hit by pitch before that.
Valet sets, kicks and deals on Clisby, outside fastball, 1-0. Hasn't really thrown a strike yet, Casey. Struggled with the command right now.
Tough spot out of the pen. You gotta find the zone.
The 1-0 to Clisby. Pass ball. That's going to score the runner from third easily. That's Hillman. So we are tied at 6 apiece. Both runners advance as well. Levitt McGee to third, Leininger to second. Clisby hitting in a 2-0 count, tie game, no one out. Both runners in scoring position. A massive opportunity for the Crawdads to take the lead for the first time today. Valet's 2-0. Clips the inner third. 2-1. Clisby, the man from New Mexico State, also a Monte Vista High School grad. Named Offensive Player of the Year here in 2024 as he fouls off the 2-1 as the count evens to 2-2. In 44 career games at the varsity level in high school, Clisby hit .397 at this very field. Valet sets, kicks, deals the 2-2. Clisby, a high chopper, and it's going to get to Jeremiah at short. Wild throw over to second. Dittmar barely brings it in, but that's a single for Clisby, and it scores Levitt McGee from third. Leininger safely at third. 3 straight runs batted in, each of them one apiece. On a walk from Levitt McGee, a walk from Leininger, and the single obviously from Clisby. Here's Cam Taylor. Runners on the corners, no one out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Crawdads a threat to bat around in this inning. Still no outs. 6-7 ball game. Valley's first offering to Taylor. Outside, 1-0. Taylor flew out to left in the second, then flew out to center field in the third, but that drove in a run. Taylor check swing on the 1-0, and it's fouled down the third base side. Count evens to 1 apiece. Like we mentioned earlier, Taylor had a monster year at Andrew College in 24, but at Eastern Kentucky in 2025, only hit 115 in limited action. He grounds one up the middle to Jeremiah at shortstop. The throw to first after the tag at second in time. It's going to be a 6-3 double play to get 2 outs, but it will score the runner at third.
The first baseman, number 4, Joey Donnelly.
So 4 straight runs batted in for the Crawdads, but now there are finally 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. 8-6 ball game as Joey Donnelly steps in. Donnelly, the Berkeley man, working with no one on now. Valley's first offering in the dirt. Lefty Donnelly looks at it. Donnelly hit by a pitch in the second, allowed him to get on base, then struck out swinging to end the third. Trying to add to this newfound Crawdad lead. The 1-0, high and away from Vale. 2-0. Donnelly ready, lifts the bat over his left shoulder. Vale winds, deals, way inside, nearly hits Donnelly, but it's going to be a 3-0 count for the rising graduate. Donnelly played last summer with the Arroyo Seco Saints here in the CCL. Hit .327 on the season, 12 stolen bags. And 3-0 offering finds the zone. Donnelly looks at it. 3-1 count for him now. Casey, interestingly, Donnelly listed as a utility player for the Golden Bears. Plays all over the diamond, but has only played either first base or designated hitter today. Or this season, I should say, for the Crawdads. He walks on the low 3-1 offering.
Crawdads have batted around now.
Indeed they have. Jenkins taking his second at-bat of this inning. Donnelly over at first, still 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Jenkins has been red hot. Singled in the second, walked earlier this inning. So he's 1 for 1. Donnelly takes off as Jenkins lines one into left field. Ryland comes up and makes the squeeze. So finally, the Crawdads are retired, but not before they score 6 runs in the bottom of the 4th. They take the lead, and we'll head to the top of the 5th, see if the Merchants have a response. Welcome back to the top of the fifth inning here on the Crawdad Streaming Network. Walnut Creek leads 8-6 now after a 6-run bottom of the fourth. Alameda Merchants with a chance to respond here in this first half of the fifth. Hayden Jung Goldberg, the designated hitter, up to bat. He's got a chance to get the party started. He's hit by a pitch in the second, then stole a bag, then grounded out to second in the third inning, so he's 0 for 1 on the day. Noah Zirkle still in the game for the Crawdads, trying to get in his third inning of work. His first pitch way high and way away on the lefty Jung Goldberg. Jung Goldberg in 2024 played at Monterey Peninsula College. 42 games, 392 average, then transferred to Santa Clara. Grounds one over to Esquivel at second, flips to Donnelly at first for the first out. Jung Goldberg retired quickly. It's his second ground out to second base this day. Emmett Finney, the first baseman, up now. Finney, a right-hander against the righty Noah Zirkle. Zirkle delivers way inside. Finney has to dodge out of the way, else he may have been hit. Zirkle, a second-year Crawdad, pitched sparingly for Walnut Creek last summer as he dealt with some injuries. The 1-0 is inside again. 2-0 count for Finney. One down in the top of the fifth. Finney trying to get a rally going as Zirkle deals the 2-0 way in and low. 3-0 count. Zirkle gets the call from Clisby behind the dish. Sets on the rubber. Kicks and delivers a 3-0. Another fastball inside. 4-pitch walk. Emmett Finney, the first man aboard in the fifth inning. Brings up Jace Jeremiah, the shortstop. He has 2 singles today, one with an RBI. He was 2 for 4 yesterday. Well on his way to a similar line today. He's been great for Alameda, Casey.
Absolutely.
So here comes head coach Brant Cummings for the Crawdads. This is probably going to do it for Noah Zirkle, as pretty much every time Coach Cummings walks over to the hill, it's a substitution. Nobody really talks him down. But he is going to engage in conversation here with Zirkle. It's not signaling to the pen yet. Maybe that Zirkle wants to stay in, try to finish it himself. And Coach Cummings with the point to the bullpen. That will officially end the day for Noah Zirkle. So Zirkle heads down to the dugout after a pretty good day in relief. Only 2 earned runs. Limits the Merchants just enough, allows his offense to pick him back up. And the Crawdads will go to Edward Saeed, the right-hander from Los Medanos College. Saeed didn't play at Los Medanos this spring because he transferred a little too late. Played at Siena College in the fall. He just finished his freshman year, so he's a rising sophomore. Saeed takes some warm-up pitches, throws a nice high 80s fastball. Mixes in breaking ball and the off speed as well. So 3 straight right-handers for the Walnut Creek Crawdads, Casey. This is a team that's lefty-heavy in the pen and in the order.
Yeah, we saw a few southpaws come out yesterday, including Nowacek and Barnes. So different direction today for Walnut Creek. Trying to keep this 2-run lead intact.
Indeed. Coach Cummings using some of those lefties yesterday. He's definitely got more left, but perhaps wanting to go without that advantage to the Merchants hitters, as they're predominantly a right-handed lineup, see the ball better from a left-handed pitcher. Either way, the situation will be one down here in the top of the fifth inning. Emmett Finney, the first baseman, at first following the walk that Saeed just registered. Jace Jeremiah up to bat as his team, the Merchants, down by 2 after they just surrendered the lead, trying to get things going and put themselves back on top.
The first batter to face Saeed, shortstop number 3, Jace Jeremiah.
Jeremiah, like we mentioned, 2 singles on the day, 2 for 4 yesterday. So he continues to rake. Saeed steps in. High kick deals the fastball right to Donnelly at first. Tags the bag, throws to second. Hillman covers and tags for the 3-6 double play, Casey. We usually see the inverse. This time we get the even rarer 3-6. Either way,
No runs, no hits, nobody left off.
no runs, no hits for the Merchants. And we'll head to the bottom of the fifth. Crawdads with a chance to extend the lead.
Cool.
Sweet, all you.
Thanks. Should we switch? Bottom of the fifth here at Monte Vista. Crawdads trying to extend on their lead. It's been a roller coaster ball game. Crawdads face 2 separate 4-run deficits, but now have the 8-6 lead. 9-1-2 due up for Walnut Creek. It'll start with Chris Esquivel, who's 1 for 1. Facing off against Victor Valle, who's out for his second inning of work. Esquivel singled back in the fourth, later scored, also walked back in the second. Facing off against the right-handed side armor Valle. First offering. Outside, taken for a ball. It's 1-0.
Correction, pinch hitting number 2, Ryan Ellis.
1-0 count. Another one nowhere close. Opposite batter's box, it's 2-0. Valle came in for relief in the fourth in what was a big inning for the Crawdads. They scored 6 runs, giving them the lead. The 2-0 pitch in the dirt, bouncing 2 feet in front of home plate. The fastball's taken for a ball. Quick 3-0. Ellis getting his first hacks of the season for Walnut Creek. Coming over from University of Texas, Arlington. After a few years at St. Mary's where he saw mixed playing time, dealing with some injuries. Crawdads trying to build on their lead here in the bottom of the fifth. It's been a whirlwind of a game here, home opener at Monte Vista. Pitch is in there for a strike. Count goes to 3-1. Ellis batting lefty against the righty. Here's the 3-1, nowhere close, outside, ball 4. So Ryan Ellis is aboard. That'll flip over the order. Back to the top for Trey Johnson. He's 0 for 3, reached on an error and later scored.
Top of the order, center fielder,
Also
number
grounded out and
17,
flied out.
Trey Johnson.
One man on, nobody out here in the 5th for Walnut Creek. Runner on first is Ellis. Valle now works from the stretch. The right-hander deals. First pitch swung on, hit back to the screen. 0-1. Trey Johnson, a native of Berkeley, about 20 minutes from here. Up to Berkeley High, now in his first year with the Crawdads. He swings at the second pitch he sees, drifts it left and foul over the fence in left field. Count quickly at 0-2. Johnson looking for his first hit of the ball game with one man on. Valle looks in for the sign. Kicks up his left and fires. Pitch outside, fastball off the plate. It's 1-2. Trey Johnson hit .331 his freshman season at Skyline College. Made it to the Super Regional. Another pitch outside off the plate. Count even at 2-2. Johnson did really well in away games during his freshman season. Hit .375. Games away from home. There's the 2-2. As he pops one into the air. Left side in foul territory. A long run for Ditmar. And he makes the catch over in the bullpen for out number 1. That brings up Dylan Hillman. He's been aboard twice. He's also scored 2 runs.
The shortstop, number 9, Dylan Hillman.
Hillman singled in the 3rd, stole 2nd, reached on a hit by pitch in the 4th. Looking for another hit here. One man on and one out. Crawdads lead 8-6. Ellis on first. Righty Hillman digs in against the righty Valle. Checks his swing at the first pitch he sees, but he went around. It's 0-1. No action in the bullpens for either team. It's been a big game offensively for both the Merchants and the Crawdads. The 0-1 coming home is well outside. Another fastball nowhere close. It's 1-1. Hillman steps out of the box. Adjusts his helmet. Now digs back in. Here comes the 1-1. And that one plunks him in the back. Second time Dylan Hillman's been hit by a pitch. And the 4th time today, the Crawdads have been hit by a pitch. Puts 2 on with 1 out.
Yeah, Hillman probably not too all happy getting hit twice in a row now. But you'll take the free base.
Will indeed. That brings up Casey Levitt McGee. Walked and scored back in the 4th. Also walked in the 1st. It was an RBI walk for him in the 4th. Looking for another RBI opportunity with 2 on and 1 out. As he drifts one foul down the left field line. Now to play. Levitt McGee going to Cal State Bakersfield next season after 2 seasons at Laney College in the JUCO level. Here's the pitch. And the 0-1 is inside. Count even to 1-1. Big power increase for Levitt McGee at Laney College. Freshman year, not a struggle by any means. 397 there. Really got the power going his sophomore season as he looks at a ball outside. 2-1. Sun starting to drift away here at Monte Vista and Danville. Crawdad home opener. No shortage of fans attending to watch the Crawdads play their first game at home. As he drifts one out to left field, a long run for Ryland. He's going to make the catch in shallow left. Runners hold up. There's 2 away. So with 2 outs, that brings up Riley Leininger with 2 on.
The third baseman, number 11,
He's been on base twice today, with both being from walks. An RBI walk back in the 4th, a part of that big 6-run inning for Walnut Creek. The lefty hitter digs in against the righty Valle. Valle trying to get out of this inning unscathed. Here's the first pitch to Leininger as he swings at the first one, drifts it high in the air. On the infield, the shortstop Jeremiah calling for it, and he'll make the grab. So the Crawdads leave 2 on, don't score. We will head to the 6th inning Dad's up 6-2, or excuse me, 8-6.
It's the Crawdads 8 and the Merchants 6.
All right, you're good.
Bro, I had no idea that Ellis was in. Work to do. They've had two separate 4-run leads in this ball game. The Crawdads have fought back well, something we saw them do well yesterday in Alameda. Went on to win 11-7 against these Merchants. 7-8-9 due up for Alameda, starting with Marcus Aranda. He's 1 for 2, singled and scored back in the 4th. Edward Saeed still on the hill for Walnut Creek. Right-hander collects, readies up. Now he starts his windup. Here's the pitch. Taken for a ball, high fastball, 1-0. Saeed pitched in the exhibition game against the Anchors, 1 2/3 innings with a couple of strikeouts. Facing Aranda for the first time. The 0-1 swung on and missed. Foul tip into the glove of Clisby. It's 1-1. Aranda trying to spark a rally for Alameda. Gone down a little bit quiet and starting the game very strong here in this away match. The 1-1 pitch inside, called for a strike on the inner half. It's 1-2. Aranda plays baseball at University of Louisiana Monroe from Hollister, California. Get a trip close to home. 1-2 over the head of Aranda, taken for a ball. Count even at 2-2. Seen a lot of pitches this game out of the hands of the hurlers. So Aranda steps out of the box, now comes back in. Count even at 2-2. His leadoff man winds his bat back up. As he drifts one out to left field. A little bit of a run for Levitt McGee, and it'll bounce right in front of him for a base hit. Levitt McGee didn't make too much of an effort to try to catch it. Let it bounce in front, and there's one on.
Yeah, I think he just wanted to play it safe, not try to dive for it and let a single turn into a double or a triple.
So with one man on, nobody out. That brings up Caleb Latimer. Right-handed hitting second baseman. It's 0 for 0 today. Has a sac fly and a walk. Also scored a run. The first pitch to him nearly hits him. Look out. Curveball in on the shoulder. Doesn't clip him. It's 1-0.
Saeed catches a pretty big break on that one.
Latimer, Oklahoma Baptist guy. Here's the 1-0. High fastball taking for a ball. It's 2-0. But Golding to college as well. Latimer did. Hit .327 there in a pair of seasons. Central Valley Freshman of the Year in 2023. The 2-0 pitch inside. Hitters count now 3-0. Latimer trying to get aboard. The Merchants trail by 2. Edward Saeed trying to prevent a comeback from Alameda.
Seems like he's losing some of the command a bit.
Here's the 3-0. In there for a strike. Fastball. Couldn't have been better. Brings the count to 3-1.
Very nice getting the other pitch right there, Casey.
Was indeed.
Hasn't been pacing the zone like he was when he first entered last inning.
The 3-1 home. Swing foul street back barely off the bat of Latimer. So good job from Saeed. Brings the count from 3-0 down to 3-2. Aranda on first. Crawdads lead 8-6. Here in the top of the 6th inning. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Saeed fights back from the 3-0 and strikes out Latimer. There's one away.
Fantastic battle on the hill for Edward Saeed. Doesn't give up and just goes to the heater 3 straight times and works.
So that brings up Chase Dittmar, the 9-hole hitter. He's 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch to his line. Digs in with 1 away and 1 on. As Saeed steps off upon pitching the first one to Dittmar. Dittmar, native of Las Vegas, playing in a much more mild climate here. First pitch to him, taking off the outside corner for a ball. It's 1-0. Dittmar played the first game against the Crawdads of the series. 0 for 3. That gave him a spot on the bench in game 2. Now he's back in the order. Here comes the 1-0. Fastball inside, taking for a ball. Quick 2-0 on number 7. Aranda on first. Dittmar, the play, he represents the tying run. Alameda down a pair of runs. The 2-0 from Saeed.
Swing foul straight back. Just off the end of the bat. Count now 2-1. Dittmar, a 4-year letterman in high school at Basic Academy. He's currently in the portal from UNLV. Spent a lot of time in Las Vegas across his youth and into college as he takes time. He got some dust in his eye. Kind of writhing in pain with something on his face. There's a little bit windy here. There's a slight gust of wind. Maybe caught some dirt in the face.
Yeah, I think so. Dirt, a bug in the eye. You never know, but something obstructing the vision. That's the important part.
Takes his practice swing, digs back in. Righty hitter facing the right hitter, Saeed. Running on, 2-1 count. Here's the run stretch. Swing foul. Down the right field line, out of play. Back up to 2-2. We see Saeed. Here's count. Back to a potential strikeout situation. We saw him do that last at bat against Ladder. That's trying to keep their race intact. Here's the 2-2. Pitch outside and away. Bounces from Clisby, who loses it. But luckily, the runner around at first does not go. And Clisby pitches it back to Saeed.
Yeah, that was a very fortunate break for Clisby back there. Randa definitely had enough time after he lost it to get to second.
Pitch was taken for a ball. Back to a full count. 2 consecutive full counts. Saeed readies up, brings the glove up high, and delivers. Swing hit very foul over the right side, well out of play in the distance. Count stays full.
Nearly into the adjacent softball field.
A variety of facilities here at Monte Vista. From our vantage point, you can see a softball field, a soccer field in the distance. Full count coming home. Saeed readies up now, fires in. High fastball taken for a ball. So 2 men aboard for the Merchants, and the lineup flips over. And the leadoff man, Dominic Nahar, has a pair of singles to his line today. Nahar singled in the second, stole second base, singled in the fourth, made it to third, was eventually stranded there.
Drove in a pair of runs as well. Continues to have a fantastic series, Casey.
Trying to be a force for Alameda here in the 6th inning. 2 on, 1 out. First pitch to him, fastball on the outer corner for a strike. Nahar, a rising sophomore at Cal State East Bay, had a phenomenal freshman season there. At 326 with a 779 OPS. Second delivery in on the 0-1 is flared right to second base. Ryan Ellis, no problem for him. He gets a catch, and that's out number 2. So quick out for Dominic Nahar. That's not easy to do.
Not at all. It's a big break, all things considered for the Dads.
Edward Saeed gets a big out number 2. Still 2 men on. Dittmar at first, Oranda at second. And that brings up the left fielder, batting lefty, Ben Ryland. He's 1 for 3 today. Strikeout, ground out, and an RBI single to his tally. Tying run at first. The first pitch to him is low, but taken for a strike. Good stuff around the knees from Saeed to get the call. It's 0-1. Ryland from Oklahoma State did not play in 2025 with the Cowboys. The 0-1 home. Now an in on the knees. Clisby loses it, and they said it hit him. So that'll load the bases for Alameda. It clips the knee of Ryland. And that's yet another hit by pitch in this ball game.
Yeah, we've got 8 total 4-piece, KC. It's getting messy. Yesterday, I thought we'd have the most we'd see in a while, 6. I was clearly wrong.
Bases loaded, 2 outs for Jack Bollinger. Left-handed hitting right fielder, 0 for 3. Saeed waits in for the sign. 2 outs here for the Merchants. First pitch to him, called a strike. Bollinger, his high school coach, said in an interview that he thinks Bollinger can make majors. Said his arm strength, foot speed, and bat speed could translate to the pro level. The 0-1 pitch is grounded straight to first base. No problem for Donnelly, who steps on the bag for out number 3. So the Merchants strand, bases loaded. Edward Saeed with some fine work out of the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Crawdads up 8-6.
All right.
Cool. So it'll be 5-6.
Yep. It's 4 each, 8 total.
Awful.
Yep.
Same pitcher.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought Trey Johnson's.
Trey Johnson said not an error. Huge. Lattimore. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
How many RBIs did Johnson get on that double?
Just 1.
Okay. Because it wouldn't be RBIs otherwise.
Yeah. You got a 2-seamer? Did you
I don't know.
pitch to these guys?
Oh, I did. I chilled.
Okay. I can't even pitch, so.
Yeah. 5, 6, 7. So Clisby. Yeah, Clisby. He's 1 for 2. Okay.
Indeed. Yeah. Sure, that'd be great. It's just YouTube. That's all we need it for. Yeah, pretty much.
Let's go back. Welcome back here on Monte Vista Field. Crawdads still lead 8-6 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 5-6-7 due up for Walnut Creek as Victor Valle stays in the game for Alameda. Got out of a pretty good jam last inning and stays on the hill for Alameda. Brendan Clisby up for Walnut Creek. He's 1 for 2. It's the first pitch to him. Swung on and missed. Now dip into the glove of Aranda for strike 1. Clisby hit by a pitch in the 3rd. One of 8 hit by pitch victims in this game. Singled in the 4th. Big RBI single from there. The 0-1 in there for a strike. Strike 2. Off speed, Satter on the knees. And Valle gets the call. He's starting to pick up a little bit here in Danville. Crawdads look for their first win on home turf. The 0-2 pitch coming up. Outside and low. Take it for a ball. Curveball in the dirt. It's 1-2. Clisby, a native of Alamo. Played high school right here at Monte Vista. The 1-2 coming. He chops one foul. Straight back to the screen. Count stays at 1-2. Valle for the Merchants on the hill. Throws pretty much sidearm. In warm-ups, initially was not throwing sidearm. His delivery here in game action, very much so. Here comes the 1-2. One hit to the right side, squeaking through into right field for a base hit. Past the outstretched glove of Latimer. And so it's a leadoff single for Brandon Clisby, and that's his second single of the ballgame.
Yeah, Casey, he's having a fantastic day. 2 singles, 2 for 3 on the day, hit by pitch and a grounder to short, plus the RBI. Nice stuff after going 2 for 5 yesterday with another RBI.
That brings up the designated hitter, Cam Taylor. Left-handed hitter 0 for 2 with a sac fly. First pitch to him, well outside, taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Clisby on first. It's his third time today reaching first. Fortunately for Clisby, he's been stranded all 3 times. 1-0. Same spot. The opposite batter's box, taken for a ball. 2-0. Cam Taylor searching for his 4th college, currently in the transfer portal out of Eastern Kentucky. He's trying to play a little bit of baseball everywhere. Originally from Georgia. The 2-0. In the dirt. Now 3-0. And Victor Valle at a point where he could potentially put runners on first and second with nobody out. He collects himself from the stretch, blitters. And that one gets away from the catcher, Aranda, taken for a ball anyways. That pitch was nowhere close, trying to locate the outside corner. Runners on first and second with nobody out. Here's Joey Donnelly. Donnelly no hits today, but he's reached base twice. Hit by a pitch in the second, walked in the 4th, struck out in the 3rd. So he's 0 for 1. Donnelly played at Bayless High School, so very familiar with this field, albeit as a competitor of the Mustangs players. He takes a ball, 1-0. Played his undergraduate baseball at Cal, currently in the transfer portal as a graduate. Look at a 1-0 from Valle. High fastball taken for a ball. That's now 6 straight balls from right-hander. The left-handed hitter Donnelly does not bite. 2-0. Clisby on second, Taylor on first. Pitch outside, 3-0. Now Valle really struggling with command. Crawdads looking to extend their lead here. Monta Vista Field for the home opener. That pitch nowhere close. Inside, ball 4. Tried to locate the off-speed. And Victor Valle really struggling. Back-to-back walks for the righty.
Casey, I think I've seen this movie before. The Crawdads have had the bases loaded with no outs twice now today.
Whether or not they'll capitalize on it is one thing. As head coach D.C. Fairfield of the Merchants making his slow walk to the mound. Crawdads put up a 6 spot in the 4th inning. Really broke open his game for Walnut Creek. They still lead 8-6 with really decent chance here. In the bottom of the 6th, add on. It's Fairfield. Box with his hurler. A couple of guys in the bullpen for the Merchants, albeit none of them throwing. They're both stretching. We'll see if they go a different direction as Valle started out well for Alameda, but he hasn't been able to locate the zone here in inning number 6. Crawdad fans waiting patiently for Fairfield's decision. See if he goes with a different pitcher. It looks like Valle will stay on the mound for now. So giving up 3 straight base runners to begin the bottom of the 6th. So the hitter will be Sam Jenkins, who's had quite a game so far. Had a single back in the 2nd. Walked and scored in the 4th. Came up twice in the 4th, though. Scored on the walk. Ellis came in for Chris Esquivel as he hits one to second base. Taylor made. Latimer on to second for 1, but that's all they're going to get. No throw to first. So Ellis safe at first, and the run comes across the plate as Cam Taylor scores, and it's 10-6. So it's a 4-6 ground out. T.C. Fairfield comes back to the hill for Alameda. That'll likely be it. The Crawdads order turns over to Trey Johnson. Be a new pitcher, Bonini, for Alameda. Will Bonini, a right-hander. Going to limit the damage here in this inning. Crawdads kind of running away a little bit.
yeah, potentially Casey, the bats have come alive for Walnut Creek in these past 2 games. But honestly, I think the biggest part is the discipline. Even though, you're facing some tough pitchers, they're letting these pitchers do the work for them. Lots of balls they've seen today, and the discipline has been fantastic. Remember back on Friday, they were swinging at everything, quite frankly, especially early in the count. They've been patient, and they've waited selectively. It's been a nice development.
So the new pitcher is Will Bonini from San Mateo College. I've seen a lot of the San Mateo College guys get playing time for both teams across this series. Crawdads with runners on the corners, 1 out. 2 runs scored already in the inning. As that 4-6 ground out allowed Joey Donnelly to advance to third. So it's Ellis on first, Donnelly on third. Facing against the big righty, Will Bonini, who takes his warm-up pitches now. 6'5", 215 pounds. Big guy, native of San Mateo. Plays his JUCO ball there, San Mateo College. All of his appearances in 2025 out of the bullpen. 4.09 ERA. 19 strikeouts, 11 walks. Did not play during his sophomore season there. So he'll try to work the top of the Crawdad order out. Crawdad's threatening here with runners on the corners with a 10-6 lead on opening day here at Monte Vista Field. Crawdad faithful showing up in good numbers today. Can expect that on your home opener. Crawdad fought their first game of the series against Alameda. It's a 9-3 ball game. Then we came back and won yesterday at the College of Alameda. 5-7 was the final. Crawdad erupted late to win that ball game. The recap this inning, Brandon Clisby led off with a single, and it was 3 straight walks for Walnut Creek. Riley's found out, and here's Johnson with 1 out, runners on the corners. Leadoff man doubled back in the fourth with 1 hit today. First off for him off the outside corner to get for a ball. Johnson was up last inning, popped out to third. Crawdad's been efficient, and he's back up again here in the 6th. Crawdad's already up a 2 spot in this inning, looking for the 1 out. So it's hit foul high back behind the Merchant dugout on the third base side. Brings it down to 1-1. Johnson made his high school ball at Berkeley High. Had 2 hits yesterday in the win. The 1-1. And it hits the backstop. Pitch was behind Johnson, and that easily allows Donnelly to come around to score another wild pitch in this inning. So Donnelly scores from third on the wild pitch from Will Bonini. Pitch was forced, called the ball. It's 2-1. So Crawdads extend their lead. It's 11-6 on the wild pitch. Seeing wild pitches from all but 1 pitcher so far from the Merchants. The fastball does not catch the zone on the outside corner. 3-1. 1 out in the inning. As Ryan Ellis, who was at first, advanced to second on the wild pitch. So man on second for Walnut Creek. 3-1 home to Johnson. He hits one straight up the middle. The shortstop Jeremiah picks it up on to first in time as he ranges to his left. For out number 2, the runner advances to third. So with 2 outs, that brings up Dylan Hillman. He's reached base 3 times today. He scored twice as well. Also nabbed a bag. With an 11-6 lead, the Crawdads looking to double the run total that the Merchants have. The runner on third and 2 outs. The righty hitter Hillman digs in. It's the righty pitcher, Will Bonini. Bonini stretches, delivers. Hits straight to short. On the ground, Jeremiah ranging throw in time for out number 3. The Crawdads do a lot more damage. They put up 3, 11-6 as we go to the top of the 7th inning. Here on Crawdads Street Network.
All right, we're good.
6.
Was that grounder to 6?
Yeah, back-to-back 6-3. Is it still Saeed? Yeah, it is.
Interesting.
First, third inning of work.
Well, yeah, it makes sense. You're up 5. Might as well.
Yeah.
Why burn the bullpen now when it's not a save op?
Yeah. Sure, this will be his last.
Oh, definitely.
Still Saeed, yeah. John Goldberg, Finney. String down.
No, it's just really behind, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because it keeps freezing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's gotten up to the third, top of the third.
It's halfway there.
Yeah.
All right. That was not good. Not good.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Welcome back to Monte Vista. 4-5-6 due up for the Merchants. A lot of work to do for them. They're down 5. It's 11-6 Crawdads as we start the 7th inning. Hayden Goldberg due up for the Merchants. Did not start in each of the first 2 games for the Merchants. Came as a pinch hitter in both of them. Not the start day. Saeed stays on the mound for Walnut Creek and pitches a fastball swung on the miss for strike 1. John Goldberg started his baseball career at University of San Diego, but did not play there. Went to Monterey Peninsula after. Now Santa Clara. The 0-1 in there for a strike. Half swing there from John Goldberg, but it was called strike anyways on the outside corner. 0-2. He was a 2024 CCL All-Star with Menlo Park Legends last year. Left-handed hitter playing DH today. So he drifts one foul on the 0-2. Over on the third base side and out of play. We'll do 0-2 again. John Goldberg, the great-grandson of Ben Goldberg in the Boxing Hall of Fame. Got some athletic lineage there. His second season in the CCL. Saeed waits on the 0-2. Checks in for the sign, winds and fires. Pitch in there called strike 3. A low changeup. Throws John Goldberg, and that's out number 1.
Really pretty fastball there from Saeed. Just keep it low in the zone, let it ride a little bit, and clip the lower third.
Here's Emmett Finney, 2 up. He's 0 for 1, hit by a pitch. Back in the second, walked in the 5th. Was also caught stealing on the base paths. First pitch to him, outside and away. 1-0. Saeed in for his 3rd inning of work for the Crawdads. Done a very nice job so far. Not giving up any runs against a trigger-happy Merchant team. Here's the 1-out. Foul straight back on the outside corner.
Strike one on Finney. Finney did not get the start yesterday, came in as a pinch hitter, but was immediately intentionally walked. Also struck out as he came up again. Here's the 1-1. Curveball in there for a strike from Saeed. Count up to 1-2. And that pinch hitter Finney came after he went 3 for 3 in game 1. 1-2 fouled softly down the third baseline. In that first game, Finney 3 for 3. A single, a home run, and another single. Reached base 5 times. Was also walked and hit by pitch. Swings and misses. Pitch in the dirt. They slap the tag on him. That's out number 2. So that'll bring up Jace Jeremiah after back-to-back strikeouts, and Saeed trying to strike out the side. Jeremiah had 2 hits in each of the first 2 games of the series. Also has 2 hits today, so 6 hits for him in the series. Righty hitter takes in. 2 singles for him in the ball game. Also hit into a double play. The first pitch, outside fastball taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Jeremiah, rising grad student in the portal. They're playing at St. John's. 1-0 is slapped to left field, down for a base hit. A good sound off that from Jeremiah. And it's a 2-out base runner for the Merchants. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up Marcus Aranda, backstop. 2 singles for him today, trying to create a rally with 2 outs for Alameda. Saeed now pitching from the stretch. Takes a little bit of a peek over at first. So Aranda digs in. So we're set for this righty-on-righty matchup. Pickoff attempt by Saeed. But a head first slide from Jeremiah. Aranda playing catch here today, getting his first appearance in this series. It's the first offering to him. Fastball down the middle for strike 1. Aranda, a rising graduate student. The question of if he'll return to ULM is uncertain. The 1 pitch. Curveball drapes in for a strike. Quick 0-2. So Aranda looking for the strikeout stuff here on 0-2.
Casey, that was such a beautiful fastball. The way Saeed played it, or curveball, the way he played it off of the fastball. Oh my God, the drop was nice.
0-2 from the stretch. Saeed, leg kick, and it plunks Aranda, and that's was it the 9th hit batter of the game?
Yes, it is, Casey. Yes, it is. That's brutal, man.
Luckily, not all by one team. It's been pretty even split. So 2 men on for the Merchants. Jeremiah on second, Aranda on first. That brings up the hitter, Caleb Latimer. He walked back in the second, flied out in the 4th, and struck out in the 6th. Righty hitter facing Saeed, trying to get out of this inning after striking out 2. First pitch, well outside, fastball in the dirt. 1-0. Latimer, 1 hit so far this series. In game 2. It's a 2 RBI double. The first one in that ball game, despite the efforts. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Fastball around the letters. In the middle of a Clisby. And that's 1-1. Latimer from Fresno originally. Played the JUCO and D2 levels. Saeed peeks at second, now fires to the plate. A half swing, but it's a strike anyways. 1-2 on Latimer. Saeed once again putting himself in a position 1 pitch away from getting Crawdads back up to bat. Saeed collects, puts the glove up, now delivers from the stretch. Chopped over to the third. Leininger picks it up, steps on third. And they say he's not in time. As he lunged the glove out to third base, but cannot slap the tag on the bag in time. And so Latimer reaches first and loads the bases. Not a bad idea from Leininger. That is the play on the force. With 2 on. We just couldn't get there in time. So with the bases loaded, that brings up Chase Dittmar. Saeed struck out the first 2 hitters of this inning. Has since allowed 3 straight base runners by way of 2 singles and a hit by pitch. Saeed waits, now pitches to the right-hander. Outside fastball and low. Take it for a ball, 1-0. Dittmar hit by a pitch back in the 2nd, walked in the 6th. He was left on second base. Searching for his first hit. And his first hit of the series. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Low off speed. Count to 1-1. Saeed trying to get the Crawdads out of this inning, and what looked to be a surefire quick one. Since been some work done by the Merchants to get the bases loaded. The 1-1. Curveball dripped in the dirt. Now up to 2-1. Merchants won game 1. Crawdads won yesterday. This rubber match decides the series. Here's the pitch. That one skied into right field, drifting toward foul territory. Donnelly ranging, cannot make the catch. So that'll put the count up to 2-2. Dittmar searching for his first hit. Coming off his worst season at UNLV, only hit 188. He's a career 263 hitter with the Rebels. Looking for a big knock to bring his team back into it here. Saeed waits for the sign. Now starts his delivery. So one fouls off the left foot of Dittmar. Takes a little bit of a hobble. And the count will stay even at 2-2. Dittmar not recorded a hit this season for the Merchants. Did not get the start yesterday. 9-hole today. Been productive at the plate. 2 free passes awarded to him. So he waits on the 2-2. Here it comes, and that one slapped to left field, down for a base hit. Levitt McGee picks it up. 1 run is in to score, so the bases stay loaded. But meanwhile, Jeremiah comes around to score, and it's now 11-7 Crawdads. So both runners advance. Meanwhile, Jeremiah coming to score, and the lineup turns over. Dominic Nahar up for the 5th time today. 2 singles to his tally today, a pair of pop-outs as well. As Clisby meets with his right-hander Saeed on the mound. So action in the Crawdad bullpen. No indication of a change coming yet. The right-hander up and warming up for Walnut Creek. It's been a weird inning. 2 straight strikeouts for Edward Saeed, John Goldberg and Finney. Then a single, a hit by pitch, and then 2 more singles. They're driving a run. The bases stay loaded with 2 outs as head coach Grant Cummings makes his slow trek out to the mound, likely to pull his pitcher. That might be the end of the day for Saeed, who originally had a really nice day going, but it's been tough for him here in the 7th inning. So if he pulls him out, likely will. Saeed came in back in the 5th. He's trying to complete his 3rd inning of work. As he'll come out, that'll do it for the righty. New pitcher is Joe Coupland, 2-way player. We've seen him a catcher so far. He is making his pitching debut for the Crawdads. Normally a catcher, like we said, but did not get to start at backstop. Coupland made his season debut in Game 1 of the series. Homered, in fact, for the Crawdads.
He did.
So he'll face at a minimum the leadoff man, Nahar. The righty-on-righty matchup. Coupland played his high school ball at the rival high school, San Ramon Valley, so definitely a familiar place for him here at Monte Vista. Also familiar with Chabot College because he plays his JUCO ball there. That's where the Crawdads played their first 2 exhibition games and the first game of the season. 6 foot 200-pound righty. Had a nice home run to left field. Game 1 of the season. Has not played since. In front of the bullpen. Has been touted to throw around 90 miles an hour. Pitched a pretty good deal at Chabot College in 2025. 5.01 ERA, 11 appearances. No starts, 2 saves. This is not a save situation by any means, at least for the time being for the Crawdads. Struck out 24 to 16 walks in 2025, so solid work out of the bullpen for Joe Coupland out of Chabot College. So he'll face the top of the order for Alameda. Nahar, potentially Ryland and Bollinger after. Nahar with a pair of singles thus far. Also an RBI to his tally and a stolen base. Has the bases loaded. 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Dittmer on first, Latimer on second, Miranda on third. Coupland will immediately pitch from the stretch. Here's the first delivery. Pitch is low for ball 1-0. Fastball caught the dirt. Miranda, in big all series for the Merchants. He represents the tying run. Down 4 with 2 outs. Bases loaded. Comes the 1-0. Fastball catches the zone. On the lower half, it's 1-1. Coupland also played third base in high school on the hill today. We've seen him play catcher for the Crawdads. Really play anywhere.
Indeed. Very versatile guy.
Here's in for the 1-1. Looped slowly on the right side. Playable for Donnelly at first. He catches the pop fly for out number 3. But the Merchants leave 3 on. They score 1 on 2 hits. We will head to the 8th inning. Crawdads lead 11-7.
All right. Is that a new catcher?
Oh, God. Catch the warm-up catcher.
Oh, you're right.
Random on base, yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Tam Builders on it today.
I hope he doesn't come in and sleep. Oh, new?
No, still Nini.
Oh, yeah.
Little Nini. Yep.
Oh, you're right.
Okay. All right. Why not? Yep. I actually doubt he. Well, no, he can go 2 1/3 inning save. Not unrealistic.
4th inning. So he's 0 for 2. Leininger had 3 hits in game 1 of the series, 1 hit yesterday. The first pitch to him, taken for a strike, changeup down the middle. It's 0-1. Leininger spent his freshman year at Oklahoma, did not see any action there, currently in the transfer portal. Here's the 0-1. He slaps one to shortstop, takes a weird hop and eats up Jeremiah. And so that'll be an E6 likely. So it was hit straight to shortstop. But Leininger will reach on the error. So it's a 1-out base runner for the Crawdads. Right now, Brandon Clisby has been aboard 3 times, including 2 singles. Did an RBI single back in the 4th. Part of that 6-run inning for the Crawdads. He works with 1 man on. It's Leininger. The right-handed hitting catcher digs in. Bonini fires in a strike. Fastball on the inner half. He played his high school ball here at Monte Vista. Familiar field for him, undoubtedly. Here's the 0-1. Runner goes. Pitch taken for a ball. The throw in a second. Not in time. Leininger has a stolen base. Pitch was taken. This will be 1-1 count on Clisby. Did not play in 2025 at New Mexico State, where he spent his freshman season. Leininger on second. 1 out here in the 7th inning. Takes a high fastball for a ball. Now 2-1. Some action in the Merchant bullpen. Bonini in for the time being for Alameda. Leininger takes a big lead at second. Pitch home is swung out and missed. A little bit of a half swing from Clisby, but he went around. Count now 2-2. Cam Taylor is next for the Crawdads on deck. Pitch a little high on the 2-2. Count goes up full. 3-2 on Clisby. Looks like we'll actually have a pinch hitter for the Crawdads next. Here's the payoff. Drifted foul to the right side. It would be a long run for Finney, who can't make the play as it goes over the fence. Now sees it 3-2. So Cam Taylor will not be up next for the Crawdads. There's a pinch hitter on deck. Here comes the payoff with the man on second. That one plunks the backside of Clisby. That's 10 hit by pitches in the ballgame across both teams. So Clisby takes first. Brady Wilson will pinch hit for Cam Taylor, the designated hitter spot. Brady Wilson actually started the first game of the season for the Crawdads as a pitcher. The two-way player digs in, hitting righty with 2 men on and 1 out. Jacks his swing at the first one, taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Wilson hitting righty. Cam Taylor in for him previously, hitting lefty. So new direction for the Crawdads at DH. The 1-0 is hit to right field, but right to the right fielder, Bullinger, who makes the grab and is lined right on his glove for out number 2. So with 2 outs, Joey Donnelly will try to bring in the run from second. Donnelly's been on base 3 times. Walked twice, hit by a pitch. He scored twice. Trying to add on to the Crawdad lead. Stands at 4 runs. Here's the first offering from Bonini. Swing and a miss over the top on the fastball. It's 0-1. 2 men on for the Crawdads. Leininger on second. Clisby on first. Brady Wilson, two-way player by trade at Sacramento City College. Hit right back to the pitcher. Bonini throws to first. No trouble. Route number 3. So the Crawdads leave 2 on and don't score. We go to the 8th inning. 11-7 in favor of Walnut Creek.
All right. Cool. All right. More Joe Cooper.
I couldn't find Wilson because he was in my pitcher's
yeah,
section.
because he's listed officially as a righty.
Yeah. Coupland still? Let's go.
Yep, Coupland on Ryland. I think part of it, the streaming issue might be that the video settings are too high, but I can't change it while it's streaming.
Okay.
So we can ask for their Wi-Fi as well, but
Yeah.
I'll also lower the settings for at least for San Bruno.
Yeah.
Because we have no clue what that's going to look like, so I'll lower the video settings tonight.
I'm guessing it won't be that good. Unless, but there's a chance they don't have broadcasters and we could use their press box.
That would be huge.
That is definitely in play because I feel like they're not that legit of like a...
Yeah, they're very much more of an affiliate than the Mercs are. Mercs are like halfway between affiliate and official.
Yeah, they're not much of an entity over there.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow, we're getting some very interesting fluctuations on it. It's gotten up above 6,000. It's gotten below 1,000.
Weird.
Like, yeah, it's changing like every second. It's kind of crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe bring us back.
Yeah, just a sec.
Set for the top of the 8th here in Danville. Crawdads lead 11-7. As the Merchants with some work to do. They'll have 2, 3, 4 to up, starting with the left fielder, Ben Ryland. Has 1 hit to his tally today. Been on base twice. Single back in the 4th. Hit by a pitch back in the 6th. Lefty hitting left fielder will face Joe Coupland, who only had to face 1 hitter last inning. He stayed on the hill for the Crawdads. First pitch to Ryland, taken low for ball 1. Ryland had 2 hits. And across games 1-2. 1-0 pitch, taken for a strike fastball on the inner half, but taken for a strike regardless. It's 1-1. Ryland, 4 seasons of varsity ball at Orange Lutheran High School. Native of Villa Park. 1-1 curveball on the outside corner for a strike. It's 1-2. Bollinger, Jung Goldberg also due up in the inning for Alameda, trying to rally back down 4. The 1-2 in the dirt, taken for a ball. Count up to 2-2. Ryland also walked 3 times in Game 2 of the series. Been on base quite a bit for the Merchants thus far in their first full series of the year. The 2-2 pitch is lined to center field, down for a base hit. It lands in front of Johnson. So the leadoff man is on, thanks to a single from Ben Ryland. That'll bring up Jack Bollinger. Bollinger's hitless today. 0 for 4 with 2 groundouts, a lineout, and a strikeout. Did not play in the first game of the series. Was a pinch hitter yesterday. He's at Westmont College. He spent 2 years, and that one hits him. The 11th hit batter of the ball game. So the first pitch he sees plunks him right in the elbow. That brings Ryland up to second. Now Bollinger on first. Now Hayden Jung Goldberg, the cleanup man, up for the Merchants. Lefty hitting DH, looking for his first knock of the game. Coupland has to deal with a pair of men on and nobody out. Coupland peers at second, now fires in. High fastball taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Jung Goldberg, one of the veterans on this Merchant team, 22 years of age. He's played at 3 different universities in his career thus far. The 1-0. And on the feet, taken for a ball. It's 2-0. Native of Palo Alto, California, close to home. Now at Santa Clara University. After bouncing around in the portal a little bit. Works with 2 men on. Coupland takes a few stairs back to second, now fires in. Fastball in the dirt, 3-0. Jung Goldberg, his only time on base, was hit by a pitch back in the second. Stole third and later scored in that inning. Coupland requests a new baseball. Steps off the rubber. Mentioned Coupland, 2-way player for the Crawdads, pitching and trying to settle down here late in the game. He's allowed a pair of base runners to get on for Alameda. Stares in for the sign. Here's the 3-0. Nowhere close on the fastball, outside and high. So 4-pitch walk to Hayden Jung Goldberg, and that loads the bases for Emmett Finney. Finney also hitless today. Hit by pitch back in the second, walked in the 5th. So there was 2 times on base. Caught stealing in that inning as well. Looks like we'll actually have a pinch hitter for Alameda. Finney sits down. Armando Murillo will hit for Finney. Murillo, another 2-way guy. Pitched against the Crawdads yesterday. Started that game. Went 3 innings full with 5 strikeouts. So really solid outing for him on the hill. Towards meniscus in the fall. He's back in action for Alameda in a big spot. Represents the tying run. No outs for the Alameda Merchants. Coupland looks in from the stretch, now deals. Swing and a miss over the top on the fastball. Strike 1. Crawdads looking to get out of this inning. Come back up rather for likely one more final time if they can keep the lead. The 0-1 hit to the left side. The shortstop, Hillman can't grab it. 1 run is in. The second run is in, and the runner moves to third on the single from Armando Murillo. And just like that, we have an interesting ball game. Back within 2. It's 11-9 Crawdads. The 2 RBI single from Murillo. That brings up Jeremiah. That's 3 singles today himself Runners on the corners. Still nobody out in the inning. The righty hitter takes a curveball in on the hands for ball one. It's 1-0. Mentioned 3 hits so far for Jeremiah. He's also scored 3 times. Jeremiah playing shortstop today. Ball in the dirt, gets away from Clisby on the 1-0. And that allows the runner from third to trot in easily as Joe Goldberg scores, and it's 11-10. What a ball game. Runner from first did not advance. Interesting decision from Murillo to hold up. But in any case, it's a 1-run ball game. As the Merchants have now put up a 3 spot here in the 8th.
We've got kind of a scuffle here. Home plate umpire giving the Merchants a warning for the dugout and the things they're saying, I think.
John Goldberg had a little bit of a celebration heading in for home, trying to hype up his team. Jace Jeremiah, the right-handed hitting shortstop. 2 up now. Still nobody out in the inning for Alameda. Runner at first is Murillo, who had a big RBI single a moment ago. It was the wild pitch from Joe Kuplin that got away. There's a lot of foul territory behind home plate here at Monta Vista. Allowed the runner to come home easily. John Goldberg scored the 10th run of the game for Alameda. 1 on, nobody out. Jeremiah waits for the first pitch. It's a strike on the outside corner. Fastball catches the zone. A lot of pitching mistakes in this game. Double-digit hit by pitches across the board. Second offering in there for a strike fastball on the outer edge. It's 0-2. Kuplin looking for the punch-out. On the 2-2. Stares in for the sign, kicks and deals. Hit to short. Hillman on to second for 1. Throw to first, not in time. The throw is tardy from Ellis. So the Crawdads get 1, and they get the lead runner. And it's a fielder's choice for Jace Jeremiah. That brings up the 7-hole hitter. Be a pinch hitter, actually. Aranda's day is done. Frank Zapata will hit in place of the 7-hole catcher.
Your attention, please. Pitch hitting for the Merchants, number 14, Frank Zapata.
Zapata, two at bats for the year for the Merchants. Does not play against the Crawdads yet. With 1 man on, that one hit right back to Hillman and short. On to second for 1. Now to first. Throw is late. So it's yet another fielder's choice hit to the shortstop. As Ellis can just not get the throw to first in time.
Second baseman, number 9, Caleb Latimer.
So it's back-to-back fielder's choices for Alameda. Caleb Latimer digs in. Runner at first is Zapata. Righty on righty matchup. Fastball from Kuplin outside, taken for a ball. It's 1-0. A couple of changes in this inning for Alameda, trying to spice up the offense. They've done so pretty successfully. Second delivery, low, taken for a ball. It's 2-0. Crawdads lead 11-10. As the sun starting to fade away a little bit. 2 outs in the inning. Third delivery, taken for a strike now, 2-1. Crawdads faced a deficit of their own and came back. Alameda Merchants trying to do the same. Checked swing on the 2-1, appeal to first. He didn't go. 3-1 on Latimer. He's the 7th batter up in the inning so far for Alameda. Trying to extend the inning for the road team. Kuplin waits, now deals. Pitch inside, ball 4. Fastball in on the belt. So it's another walk. That's the 3rd free pass of the inning given out by the Crawdads. Zapata moves to second. So it's a man on first and second for Alameda. The 9-hole guy Chase Ditmar up. Had a hit last inning, it was a single. It was a big RBI hit for him to bring this game a little bit closer. As it looks like Brent Cummings will make his way to the mound. Likely the end of the line for Kuplin, who struggled. They're getting the final out of the 7th. Potential pitching change here for the Crawdads here in the 8th. Trying to just get out of this game. Not too much damage. New pitcher coming out for the Crawdads. I'll have word on who that is in just a moment. New pitcher is Cam Krogan. The Pepperdine man played in the preseason, but has yet to find an appearance in the regular season until now.
Attention, please. Now on to pitch for the Crawdads, number 30, Cam Krogan.
Played his high school ball right here in Danville over at San Ramon Valley High. First year with the Crawdads. Will turn 20 in 2 weeks. Part of a Pepperdine team that really struggled in 2025. They went 12-42. Bonini? Oh, no.
No, new guy, 444. All right, let's find him. Yeah, new catcher for first base. All right, 44.
Zane Baltz.
Zane Baltz, yep, all the way up top. Okay.
Zane Baltz. Yeah.
Pitcher.
Yep.
All right, first baseman I imagine is 22, so Luna, right?
Your attention, please.
Yeah.
Now on to pitch for the Merchants, number 44, Zane Baltz.
Okay, Zapata catching, and then Luna at first.
Cool.
Now on the catch for the Merchants, number 14, Frank Zapata.
Angela Luna, yep.
And now at first base for the Merchants, number 22, Angelo Luna.
Yeah, after this pitch.
All right.
Welcome back to Monte Vista as the Crawdads lead by 1. A very high-scoring affair, 11-10 as we begin the bottom of the 8th inning. Crawdads looking to add some insurance. New pitcher on the mound for the Alameda Anchors is Zane Baltz at Los Medanos College. Really impressive stuff during his sophomore year. Did not allow a single run in 13 innings. Held hitters to a 156 batting average. 8-9-1 due up for Walnut Creek. It'll begin with Sam Jenkins, the right fielder. Single back in the second, walked twice. So lined out. The first pitch to Jenkins. Off the plate, fastball away. 1-0. The righty pitcher faces the left-handed hitter, Jenkins, who homered yesterday. The 1-0 for the windup. Swing and a miss. Fastball on the outer edge. Quick 0-2. 1-1 rather on Jenkins. 1-1 on Jenkins. Pitch outside, taken for a ball. It's 2-1. Jenkins from Baylor originally. Pitch low in the dirt, taken for a ball. 3-1. Crawdads would love to add some more runs here in this inning. Giving up 3 unanswered. They went straight back. Jenkins does. Crawdads gave up a 3 spot in the 8th. allowing Alameda to come back pretty well. Full count pitch. Swing and a miss over the top on the fastball for out number 1. That brings up Ryan Ellis. He's 0 for 1. Came in as a pinch hitter back in the 5th inning and walked. Also grounded out.
The second baseman, number 2, Ryan Ellis.
Ryan Ellis originally started his college career at St. Mary's in nearby Moraga. Did not play much as a Gale. Now at UT Arlington. First pitch, fastball around the knees for a strike. Zane Bolts, really impressive stuff. Like you said, at Los Medanos College, likely trying to make the jump to the NCAA level. Here's the 0-1 with 1 out. Pitch away, curveball in the dirt. It's 1-1. Ellis making his debut as a Crawdad today, at least for this season. Spent a couple of prior seasons with the Crawdads as he takes a high fastball. 2-1. Lefty hitter digging in against the righty pitcher Vaults. Fastball low and inside, taking for ball now 3-1. The momentum has really been on the side of the Merchants lately. Cutting the deficit down severely. They trail by 1. Vaults' delivery fouled straight back, count up to 2-2. Ellis, originally from Peoria, Arizona, Mountain Ridge High School. Spent 3 seasons at St. Mary's, but playing time was sparing for him. He takes time. Used a redshirt in 2023. Made 54 starts for UTA last year. Takes a ball inside for ball 4 on the payoff pitch. It's a 1-out walk for the Crawdads as the lineup turns over.
Nice patient approach there from Ellis.
So Trey Johnson, the leadoff man, now up.
Top of the order, center fielder, number 16,
Johnson had a big RBI double back in the 4th. It scored in a pair of runs. Looking to be scoring another run as the runner at first is Ellis. First pitch to Johnson off the outside corner for a ball. Johnson otherwise is 1 for 5. He's gotten out in a variety of different ways, but also has the double. He swings and fouls one straight back. 1-1. Johnson from Brentwood originally in the Bay Area. Just finished his freshman season. He played 41 games with Skyline College. Back to first. Nothing doing. So Johnson will wait on the 1-1. Lefty hitting leadoff man. Takes a practice cut. Now Reddy's up. Another check on first. But Ellis slides back in safely. One count on Johnson with 1 out. So he fouls one back toward us over the screen. Now 2 strikes on Johnson. (11-10) Crawdads here in the bottom of the 8th. Another check on first. Ellis taking a pretty sizable lead. Zane Bolts making his season debut for Alameda, trying to avoid losing the series. Johnson waits. Fouls one straight back again. Count, he stays at 1-2. It's now 3 foul balls in this at-bat for Johnson. As he steps out and returns to the batter's box on the left side. The 1-2 is not close. Fastball outside for 2-2. Good eye there from Johnson. In addition to double, pair of ground outs for Johnson, a pop out and a fly out. 2-2 home. So he hits one high in the air out to shallow center. A long run for Nahar. And he makes the catch on the run for out number 2. So 2 outs. That brings up Dylan Hillman, searching for his second hit of the ball game. He's been aboard 3 times. Right-handed hitting second baseman recorded all 3 outs on defense for the Crawdads last inning. So it's been busy this game, undoubtedly. Works with 1 man on and 2 outs. Curveball drapes in for a strike, 0-1. Hillman played right here at Monte Vista during his high school.
Yeah.
Last chance for the Merchants. They trail 11-10. They're the road team here in this opening series affair at Monte Vista High School. Crawdads up by 1. It's a very back and forth game. Cam Krogan stays on the hill for Walnut Creek. He'll face 1, 2, 3 for Alameda, starting with Dominic Nahar. Right-handed hitter faces the righty Krogan. First pitch in the dirt, 1-0. Nahar, 2 singles in the ballgame thus far. He's 2 for 5 otherwise. Trying to extend the game for Alameda. 1-0 pitch inside and around the knees, taken for a ball, 2-0. Krogan out for his second inning of work. Nahar with 7 hits in the series so far as he fouls one straight back to the screen. Now 2-1. Nahar, the Cal State East Bay Male Freshman Athlete of the Year in 2025 after a phenomenal season in over 300. The 2-1 pitch, hit straight to shortstop. Hillman picks it up, scoops and throws to first for out number 1. So quick first out, sitting down one of the Merchants' best hitters. Now the 2-hole man, Ben Ryland, trying to get on for the Merchants. Dorgan trying to sit him down. Ryland with 1 hit in the 4th, 1 hit in the 8th. He's been aboard 3 times. Got hit by a pitch back in the 6th. First pitch to him in the dirt. Fastball bounces on the back part of the home plate. 1-0. Krogan can get the Crawdads out of this game unscathed. The 1-0 pitch swung on and missed. Slider on the outer half. A little bit low, but it's bought at. 1-1 coming home. Krogan waits. Now from the windup, he fires. Hit down the left field line foul. Out of reach, and it's 1-2. Krogan looking for the punch out. Ryland went 1 for 2 yesterday. 0 for 3 in game 1. Previously played with the U.S. national youth teams. He looks at a call ball in the dirt. Counting even at 2-2. 1 out in the inning. Crawdads lead 11-10. It's been a wild game so far to open up the season here at Monte Vista. Pitch. Grounded to second. No issue for Ryan Ellis as he flips to first for out number 2. It's back-to-back ground balls, and Krogan's done a nice job here in inning number 9.
Absolutely. He's just working to induce that soft ground ball contact, and it's been a perfect strategy so far. You know it's going to be hard to strike out these top 3. Got to make him hit weekly.
That brings up the 23-year-old Jack Bollinger. He's hit career over 300 at Westmont College, the D2 program. It's the last chance for the Merchants. It's a called strike from Krogan, low fastball in there. 0-1. Crawdads looking for their second win of the regular season. Currently in a 1-1 record. Krogan's second offering fouled straight back. Now the Merchants down to their final strike as Bollinger, who wears no batting gloves, steps out of the box. Lefty hitter digs back in. Now waits on the delivery from Krogan. Glove belt high. Now he looks in and fires. Drifted to the left side toward foul territory. A long run for Leininger, and he's not going to get there. It drops in the bullpen. Count stays at 0-2.
Huge hustle from Leininger. You love to see it. He was maybe a step from making that play. Would have been a fantastic end to this game. Unfortunately, Krogan might have to do it himself.
Bollinger trying to get on to potentially extend the game for the Merchants. They trail 11-10. The 0-2 coming home. And it's waved out and missed. Ball game over. Crawdads win their first home game of the season in a wild one. 11-10 final score as Cam Krogan gets the save. And the Crawdads go fishing.